Hello, and welcome to another Triad Gamer stream here on the Triad Gamer Media Network. I'm Nick, your host for this evening's stream, and as Jax already very nicely pointed out in chat, it is TemTem. We've been doing it for a bit now, so if you do want to catch up on any of what we've done or how I got some of the TemTem I have, I recommend trygamers.com. Like I said, not everything's on there. We're about a month behind on getting stuff up. But in general, you should see most of it there. Some of the more recent stuff on Twitch. Um, and that should kind of get you caught up a little bit. But if you have any questions, though, let me know. Because TemTem's an early access game. Not everyone knows what's going on. Things have shifted, obviously, since maybe people have looked at it last about a year ago. Yeah, we're at that point. So, yeah, feel free to ask questions. I probably won't know them, but I will pretend to know them and make myself look really smart or dumb in the process, but we'll see which. Also, though, I do recommend checking out us on other platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. There on your right, at TryGamers, just like here on Twitch, where you can more directly interact with us, but also just get general updates about when highlights come out or when highlights are posted. Not when they come out. I still recommend going on Twitch for that. Just we're it's winter in Wisconsin. We are tired and lazy. Yeah, like all the time. So that's kind of how that one is. I think that's a lot of the customary things. The only thing I'll mention in general is if you did not catch kind of what we mentioned at yesterday's stream, or kind of my discussions over the last couple of weeks really that kind of led up to it. We are not doing Wednesday streams anymore. At least we're not doing a second Nick stream. That kind of seems to cut out Wednesday now at this point. Although it could mean that shifting between the two is more likely. But basically, to kind of explain a little bit, to sum up what's kind of going on, this is the busiest time of the year for me. And my team is short-staffed at work. And unfortunately, that means that I have a lot that goes on my plate as the lead. And unfortunately, that just means that keeping up the streams was becoming difficult. And and you kind of saw that because we've had a couple canceled streams the last month or so. I've kind of pointed out some of that happening, where it's kind of like just basically from December onwards is my busy period, and then after March just like abruptly stops. Hopefully, that's the idea. As long as everything does what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to abruptly stop then. But as a result, that means it's hard to keep up the double stream for me a week on top of the multiplayer one, and so it seemed better to go ahead and to get more flexibility to make less cancel streams and more likely postpone streams, things of that nature. Especially with Belmont starting his new job last week. We just want to make sure that we're more reliable by being here less. So if you have questions on that, also in schedule shifts or in terms of content, what that means, feel free to bring up during stream. I'll bring it up probably at the end of stream, or if people bring it up, I'll start chatting about it. But nothing bad. It just basically is we tested something. It was unfortunately a little too much for the current time being, and as schedules shift, especially going into summer, a lot of our schedules are shifting a bit. That might free up more time for 4 again. We'll kind of see. We'll kind of check it out. But unfortunately, not so much. I mean, I'll say it's completely pitch dark where I am outside by now, if you can kind of see by the window. You generally see the brightness, but yeah, at 7, it's been dark for a while. So that's kind of where a lot of the energy is zapped for us and kind of sort of thing. So, but to get into gameplay after all that general work, as you see, I am on top of sand. Because I'm in a desert, because this is the Tasa Desert. For those that don't know or haven't been kind of drinking, we are in Kisiwa. And what that means is basically we are in the 4th island of TemTem, of the 6 eventually that will exist in the game. And basically we are going around, and there's a few stuff here. You can kind of see there's some quest lines to pick up. I see one up there. I actually don't see another one. There's a couple wells for us that know the Wishy Well coins. I do have a couple, so we could try these out if we want at some point. That's definitely an option. Trying to figure out why it says to go back here for the story too. I don't know why it does. That seems a little weird that it's telling me to go back there. But basically, you're also seeing these gold stars, which are the storyline. Basically, these are apparently Belsoto spies that we need to take down that are trying to get some general information, try to get closer, and figure out stuff. But this is, of course, basically a full. It's a dungeon, basically, is the best way to look at it, because when you're on the sand, you can have a TemTem encounter, which is everywhere. So that's kind of where things will be a little interesting there to see. I don't know what these little areas where there's red lines and other lines. I'll have to see what that does. I presume this is like a tunnel, but I don't know. I haven't really got into it. I really just honestly went to the Temporium and there was no tamers on the way, and so I just was like, cool, then that works for me. So yeah, I don't know what exactly all those places are yet, but we're gonna kind of find out and see. So I mean, we probably will start just kind of, was that clockwise? Yeah, clockwise around, because then we'll hit that and go that direction. But there really aren't a lot of tamers as far as seen around here. Like I said, most of it seems to be that this is the area that you spread out and go and deal with them. These little ones. I'll be lurking tonight playing some Overwatch in the foreground. Oh, totally fair. Again, let me know. I mean, the only thing I'll mention, which I can show again when you have time, is I'm actually using Momo now, which makes it extremely ecstatic that I just get to use this pupper. Oh, because it just makes sense into the multi-varied types we're going to be facing. It makes sense just to have a standard, like, this is just going to tank things, and it'll be great. So that's kind of one thing. The other thing I mentioned is I actually was very proud of myself is I actually dove into the Discord economy of TemTem, which is basically there's this whole buy, sell, trade kind of area because it's an MMO. People want to trade different stuff. They want to work for everything. They want to say, hey, I earned some money. I'll give you money for it. And someone's like, oh, I'll take the money because I can breed and I like doing this. So it's kind of a Tem economy of sorts that's happening on the Discords. And I am very happy with myself because I actually bought two things, two TemTem, instead of having to work for it. One is one I couldn't get at this point, which is Hoshik. This is the other starter that we had not had yet because we had Crystal already, and we obviously had Smazy throughout this whole playthrough. But yeah, Hochik. There was one. It was basically just I posted it in the willing to buy, and someone's like, oh yeah, if you're still looking for it, I have one. And I'm like, oh yeah, completely. Thanks to controversy. It's not their name on Discord, it's something else, but in case you see them on game, they're awesome. Yeah, they're just like, hey, I have one, for not too bad. If you're just looking to have it for your Tempedia, which is what I'm really going for. I'm trying to just complete the Tempedia, as much as I can right now, as a kind of a challenge to myself to see how if I can do it. I have been writing it down. I'm actually not too far away. There is a Tem I can't catch yet. Technically there's two, but I got Koish earlier from someone else. But I'm actually pretty close to having a full Tempedia possibility here, but I mean, it has an egg move in here too, which is nice. Like it has soft touch as well as hoping, which is kind of cool. You put something to sleep and then it won't wake up, which is nice. But yeah, it's also just not bad stats. I mean, for the fact that it uses attack and special defense a lot. So I got that. I did go and catch a Hocus, so there's Hocus and Pocus, and I did actually breed one. This is not great, but it's mostly just for the leveling. But also soft touch, funny enough. And then the other one I actually purchased was when I was looking around for the Hochik. I actually saw a nice deal that I thought on the Tuai, which was for this, which I have never seen that many blue boxes in this game. I've seen 3 at most. So just seeing that was cool, and it really wasn't too much. And I was like, you know what? I am gonna need more 2i. I'm gonna need probably a good 2i that I'm gonna need for actual leveling or actual battles or something. So here we are. Hey, why not? So yeah, I've just kind of, compared to what I actually bred, which was not as good. Yeah, that's kind of the options we have there. So just, thought I'd mention some cool stuff I was seeing there, and we'll just go from there. Oh, thank you, Alt. Yeah, I mean, this wasn't. I just purchased it, so I guess I was committed to the free tem because I mean now I'm a little down on money. I'm not bad, but I'm a little down from where I was because I was obviously doing that. Oh, I don't know why I ever deactivate the egg timer. It's not really a huge thing. Um, so there's that, and then what was the other thing I was gonna mention? I had one of the. So yeah, so I'm pretty close to getting. I just need a lot of evolutions basically at this point for the Tempedia because a lot of the evolutions are the tougher stuff to get. But then, what else I was going to show? Oh, I started the quest. So I've done a few things off stream because it's been almost 2 weeks, because it was a week ago Wednesday. So I started the quest to start getting close to having a house. So that is an option for people if you want to come hang out or visit or something. Is it definitely an option that I could do. And then I realized I needed Cernif, which is one of the ones I haven't evolved into for my Tempedia. So that's going to be on delay a little bit until I do that, which it's not going to take too long. It's just some grinding off camera for sure on that one. So that's something. Did I have? I thought I had something else. I was like, oh yeah, this is a thing that I found, but I can't seem to find it now. And I've had a bunch of evolutions, so like you can kind of see I've had the Osakai now. Um, a Grumper, I think is what I got. Korin, probably off stream as well. I feel like there was something else, but I just can't remember. So if it comes up, I mean, I'll mention it. But at this point, I'm kind of just at the point where I have my stuff, and we'll go from there. um, yeah, I don't. There had to have been something else, but I can't think of it now. Oh well. But yeah, oh yeah, for joining the player economy. Yeah, I mean, it's something where I'm just like, I had kind of. I mean, Momo here was. Um, this is actually not my tem. I mean, this is something I'll mention. This is actually a random trade I had when I was in the. Someone was looking for something I had, lucky enough in the breeding center, and so I actually got this. So that's where we're kind of having fun here. But I do actually. It was basically funny enough was also a female though, which was very nice because then I could get my own. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna do. I'm like, I had a thought, and this is the problem with me, is that I'll have a thought, and then I'll talk about like two or three other things, and then that thought is gone. That thought is extremely gone. Um, yeah, I don't know. So, oh, duh, I know, duh. I almost missed our usual weekly thing, which obviously we didn't do last week, so I don't know how weekly it is. But the idea of ta-da, weekly reset information. So you don't have to go look it up if you don't want to, because I did it for you. Um, Basically, this week is a sidecard week for sure if you're looking for Lumas. I will say that if I remember correctly, and I'm going to look it up to make sure I'm not losing my mind, the Luma for Droply is pretty cute. No, not the regular. Come on. It is pretty cute. It is kind of like a green sea monster kind of thing. So that's kind of fun. I'll mention that kind of as a general sense of something. There also it looks like it's Grumvel this week for also Luma possibilities. So if that's kind of your thing to go Luma hunting, increase ratios in the side park this week for those two. So in case you're looking for it. Also looks like we have a Crystal Water Koish, which is kind of cool. Not gonna lie. I can't go fishing for them yet though, so that's not going to be on this stream. But some stream we'll do it. We'll go and we'll try to do the whole get the 5 perfect tem kind of thing, or 5 perfect Koish factor. It will happen, but I don't have it unlocked yet because it's still war torn here in Kisiwa. But then yeah, free time is not too bad. I mean, honestly, getting what? I mean, I guess that would be 1,400 Pansuns worth of sidecards basically this week, just for 50 releases is not too bad. That's kind of worth it. In terms of just generally you're getting something that's worth like 60 to 100. Thing. Obviously, you have to go and use them, so that's a thing. But in terms of value, that one's not bad at all. So that can kind of supplement your ability to catch some things. I now have the ability where I could go catch Droply right now. I just haven't yet, but because they are around now. But other than that, though, that's kind of the general logistics of starting out. I know we were gone for more than a week, so that's part of the problem. Is I had to catch up on like here's all this stuff. But so I'm thinking, like I said, I wanted to go down this way first and figure out what that is. So let's go over there and see what that is, because I don't know. And I don't know if there's just like items that are going to be around here that I should be looking for. I'm guessing probably not, but oop, I went up too high. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's just like a general cave, or what is this? It doesn't tell me what this is. Okay, it's just a random cave. I'm so confused. Is this on the map? Oh wait, is this a connection to something? No, it's just a general cave. Is there just like something special in here? Oh, this has the Volfies. That's probably why. This is the. Oh no, you can get Volfi really anywhere. Interesting. I'm confused. I guess it's higher chance of Volfi, and just Volfi and Pyco, so you could technically go something across there, but like that's a little funky, just as a general sense. I guess the caves just have general certain tem in them, which are ones we haven't caught. I mean, I'll be honest. Like Volfi is probably pretty good in this area, so that is an option. But I think we're probably. Oh, well, here we're probably gonna get to fight one, but we're probably gonna definitely use one. Oh, of course. I got the 25% chance Pyco. Oh, we're doing great already. Already doing great. Well, this is why I did. Okay, I don't know these moves like at all though. That's the only problem. Brace seems bad. I probably should have subbed that out because I don't have any way to make the Momo alerted. Willpower drain seems pretty good though. But yeah, it really just has nibble. Yeah, I need to kind of check that out. I wasn't paying attention that Momo didn't have a lot of moves kind of already programmed in. But nibble's pretty good though, I will have to say. Because the whole stab master and resistance badge, it kind of does it. I just made about 5 alt green Volphy. Oh, good. I mean, from what I've seen, based on what I was looking around, there is enough of a market that you could probably get a few to several thousand for each one, depending on what's in them. It depends what people just want right now. I've noticed that it's just like a lot of the stuff that's on there. It's like a lot of the same because it might not be what people want right now, and so you just have to find what people want and then get lucky enough to make a living off of it. Yeah, let's go into Momo. Um, I mean, Brace is technically a lost thing, so I'm just gonna go here. However, is there any other? Let's check the courses to see. Just see what they can do. Actually, why don't I just literally check what Momo can do? Instead of going through every single one here, it's probably better just to check it. Flavor of the week changes really quick. Yeah, I think it's well because I mean, in fairness, it does seem like the game shifts enough. So like I've noticed there's threads where I've gone through like where's the best leveling spot? 'Cause I've just been curious of what people feel. And it's like, oh, it's this shrine. And it's like, no, that shrine got nerfed. Now it's this shrine. And it's like, no, it's now this shrine because you can do this with it, which is quicker than doing this. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's crazy, crazy stuff. Let's see, Momo. What do you do, Momo? Yeah, just double edge. Okay. Yeah, I think you were just mentioning that, right? Where you could teach it. Yeah, because double edge is, from what I understand, that's what I get at the end of the big story quest. Because I have looked a little bit ahead, but nah, it's fine. I'm really here just to get Momo. Momo's more here to kind of like weather attacks early, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, double edge eventually would be nice, but I'm not as worried about it. So yeah, red line I would presume means I can't go in there yet. It's probably something that comes up later. So yeah, because that's not on the map to go into, I think. So, but I also don't trust that thing. So let's go in it anyway. At level 50. Yeah, it looks like there's a really good move at level 50. Oh, it's a work in progress. That's why it's red line. Which is why I kind of do want to level Momo, which is why I have Momo out and kind of go in that direction. But I mean, yeah, if you want to come and teach it, I'd be fine with it. It's just more of as far as I can tell, I'm not too far away from getting that, unless you know better, and I'm actually like 3 streams away or something. But um, I mean, honestly, just having Baboon here is gonna make sure that it's a ton of experience from Momo. So that's like I might get to 50 pretty quickly. Actually, probably not. Look at that now, I'm like, yeah, probably not gonna level up as quick as I thought. So yeah, this is work in progress content. I love it. An undead, just zombies in this game? When did that happen? Is this trying to hint at no? Because it specifically knows it's undead. I was like, for a second, I was like, is this hinting at like the reason we're up so high is we're actually like life after death or something? But I'm like, that might be a little too deep for this. Yeah, I was like, I thought the side quest is Uhuru over here. I get it, but I mean that's where I was like, I'm kind of deferring to you if you're knowing better on that. Okay, so here is the first spy pairing, I guess. It's not really one spy. I guess it's the pairing of the two. Okay, so we have two. Um, I don't really have any type advantage against either of those, even with the melee. So let's deal with the one I'm more worried about, which is actually, to be fair, the one I'm more worried about would definitely be Orphil because of the poison. Yeah, I have looked ahead a little bit, I will be honest. It's definitely something where I won't say it's not a cheat. I mean, obviously, but it's something where I've done a little bit of checking because I've kind of needed to, just to make sure that I know like where stopping points are for streams or stuff. Where I'm like, oh, if I trigger this, I'm about to start a whole 3-hour quest line that I should finish at the same time. It's one of those kind of things where I don't. Oh wow. Well, that was probably not smart. I'm totally paying attention, I promise. Well, I mean, best would be Barnshy to bring out. Um, Probably, yeah. Toxic Inko for. Actually, probably it's better to do Allergic Spread, knowing full well I'm probably gonna get rid of the Orphil. Yep. Actually, yeah, probably better to do Sharp Leaf then. I'm smart. I just turned on a Valash Raider. Here we go. Ooh, fun! I haven't actually. I should look that up. I haven't looked at a ton of Lumas because I've just until radars. I've given up hope of seeing one. Um. So, ooh, I like it. That's cool. Is that is that supposed to be Crash Bandicoot? Well, let me look at it next to it. There's been so many references to this game. I just presume it's a reference always. The green gem on top, not so much, but it does just like the color scheme reminds me a lot of like a Crash Bandicoot style thing. Yeah, it is really cool. I like it. Uh, yeah. Good luck to you. I mean, if you, I wish you all the luck for it, because I've seen enough people doing radars, and it does not necessarily mean Illuma. But let's see. See, and actually, and this is not even a joke though. If you go on the website currently, now it has not been. I don't think we switched it to TemTem, which is probably why. But if you go in our bios, or if you the bios on Twitch, I think it also has it, or the website, it actually mentions my favorite game, which is a Crash game, because I have so much nostalgia factor for Crash Tag Team Racing, because that was probably one of the first what I'm going to consider actually gaming games and not like the Bible game or Family Feud, or We Fit, kind of things where it's like, ha ha, yeah, we all bowled on the Wii kind of thing. But that was honestly one of my first games that I played where I really latched onto it, and I still go back once in a while to play it. So, oh, you have to be on the other side. We told you that. There you go. I mean, you do look cute, so yes, that is working. That's fair. hmm Do you want? I'm gonna show you something cool that Alt showed me. They are going for a Valash radar, which basically means the pretty Luma Valash, which looks like this, which I think is badass. That is cool. But I thought Crash Bandicoot right away,
Very much.
which is why we're talking about Crash Bandicoot.
That feel
Yeah.
wise, so.
Yep. For those that don't know, that was Belmont. He's gonna be streaming tomorrow night. Yeah, that's the thing is that I actually I mean, just to be able to play it more often, I wouldn't mind a kind of a re-release a lot of the Crash racing games on more modern platforms because I would play them. Like I think many people play them with like the online multiplayer. Oh my gosh, that would do so great. Like yes, and tag team was just cool. I think the reason I like tag team and it's something that I still look for in a lot of games is it didn't care if you died, or you learn something by dying. So maybe that's why I'm more drawn to like roguelikes where it's meant to die to then gain more power or learn more. Is just I was playing that and it was always like, oh, that was stupid. I died when I did that. Now I know. Kind of one of those things where I think, a lot of those games you don't see as much anymore. And so, uh-oh. Aquatic Whirlwind I feel is very strong, but Barnshi's also pretty good. Okay, so we only lost one Tem in the fight. I'm not actually too mad about that. I mean, they only had 3 Tems, which probably helped with that, but... Also, by the way, you can kind of see on the side, we are leveling up Saipat a little bit, because Saipat feels pretty good in, a ground area with a lot of Pykos that are also fire. But the problem is that it's kind of gotten a little underleveled just based on me not using it for a while in, the toxic area. That probably wasn't a great place to use Saipat, so... Cool. Oh, hey, it's Carlos! Cool, I have a diary for him. Well, Bolts, I haven't seen you lost your knack for knocking out Belsoto's partner. I've been looking everywhere for you. Well, not everywhere. You would have found me. I was starting to worry about you were taking so long, but then I heard about the narwhal, and I thought you were, you know. Long story. Yeah, and we're short on time. You can tell me the details later. My contact in Resistance has kept me abreast of the plans. They didn't tell me why, but here's their message. Once the coast is clear, meet the Tusk at the Northwest Canyon. Does that make sense to you? Yes, I'm supposed to clear the desert of Belsoto spies. Great work then. I won't ask why. I suppose the Resistance has its own plans. You and me, we should help as much as we can, but it's their call. I always knew you'd do the right thing when the time came, test the bolts, but I can't say I expect us to be fighting a war in Kisiwa. Anyway, my job here is done. I'll get back to Uhuru. I hope to see you again, test the bolts. Wait, does he not take the... I still... Oh, come on. He's right here. Why doesn't he take the diary? Carlos, just gotta listen more. Okay, so that was that. Um, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's use the vial, but let's still go back to heal. Just to make sure we make it back. Wait, did that give us? That's gotta be a good omen, right? Getting exactly an even amount of Pansuns after one battle. That's just... Come on. I mean, what other signals would we be getting at this point? So that's obviously I'm just doing things right, is what this means. Okay, so let's go back. Let's just heal just to fill up the vial. We might get a battle on the way. Who knows? Probably not. Nope. And then I'm thinking let's go up north and not do the battle right away, but go figure out whatever this quest is. Because I want to go. I want to go grab a quest. Quests have been fun so far. So let's go check that out. Yeah, here's a random cave. So these are caves where you can catch stuff in, as far as I can tell. Ooh, 2 of them. Oh my. Nibble on that one, and we'll get rid of this one. Because we could actually try to catch one here if we wanted. Honestly, it's a pretty good shot for it. Wow. They are beaten up on... Beaten up. I just kind of wanted to overexert. It just makes things easier. Okay, I do need to get Baboon out of here, though. Baboon is taking a ton of damage. Let's go ahead and do another nibble. Let's swap you out for... Probably Nidrisal makes the most sense. Because Toxic will not be good here, so... And then we can put it to sleep, because we know it doesn't have any, like, caffeinated or anything. We're just going to have you rest. I will say that this is amazing stamina so far. I'm sure that that's not the case when you have the better moves, but... I mean, the willpower drain means that it's just never going to run out of stamina, basically. Okay, we got it asleep. That's a good sign. And now we're going to go ahead and attempt to catch it. I'm really not putting too much basis on catching this necessarily, which is why I'm not using like a better card, but yeah, it worked. I'll take it. So let me cross that one off my list. I do, yeah, I literally do have an actual list of like, here's what I exactly need to do to finish off the Tempedia for current entries that you can get. Well, because I just want to, complete it. Okay, Cobweb. When poisoning or attacking a poison TemTem. That's actually not bad, because it's the poisoning and attacking it, so I like it. And then probably, again, it's not going to be one I necessarily use all the time, but just getting one off the bat is a good move, I feel. We're going to move you out for a little bit, I think. I got a Pyko. I need to evolve the other starters for my Tempe. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that's where a lot of the work is going to come into, is just the fact that I've got to get two Tems, one to level 52 and one to level 54 in a 56 cap. That's where or 56 or 58, I could be wrong on that one. But that's where, yeah, that's where it's going to be rough to finish it off. But I do have the level 1 started, so I can, I just need to start getting some levels into them. But I was kind of working on the other one, so it's like, oh, I just have those left I can say eventually. But, because really a lot of the ones, once you get to, I mean, the nice part is I already had a Pyko from a Psypark, funny enough, before getting to Kisiwa, so that was not an issue. Same with Goatee for the Malflank. So I kind of got a little lucky on some of the just Psypark timing for it. But but yeah, it's just, and a lot of the ones I have left are ones where it's just like, yeah, I just need to catch it, and it's just there's no evolution with it, at least currently. So, Rolder, uh, Yowler when I can get to it, Volphy, those are kind of ones where I just gotta do that. So and at this point I am at, oops, I want to do my card, that'll be easier. 85 captured. So, yes, I do know about the shrines. I actually, I don't, obviously I can go back and when I show you when I go back to the Temporium, I'll show you part of my list. I do have a crystal team ready. I just need to level it up. And then I can get the crystal shrine unlocked, but I have to I have to beat the crystal, guardians there, the sons of crystal. So that's part of the issue. But once I get past that point, yeah, and that's kind of what I was referring to earlier, where I was like, I've seen how much it shifts on a dime of like, oh, they modified the experience from this one shrine, therefore it completely dies out in people using it, and you could see the timeline of that happening. Yeah, I'll show you. I have it there. I think the only thing I wasn't sure yet if I wanted to try and get a better Oculura evolved into a mix or mix. Because I only have as an Ocula currently, and that might be a little rough, but I do have the dual types all kind of down, which is nice. Probably best to just try and get rid of this as easily as possible. Oh, good, I just did it automatically. I like it. And then we can see if we can catch a Volphy, because we don't have one yet. I don't know how much this does. I mean, I can always get a Volphy later, but I just kind of want to test it. It doesn't amount. I mean, yeah, Wow, you can completely remove them of stamina. That is actually a really good way to get rid of them, is to just completely change their stamina amount on them. Huh, I do like that for Momo. Well, we're kind of already at the point of needing to sub in some others, which is fine. That's what I expected to probably happen for some leveling, but yeah, I feel like that's definitely good support, kind of like what Kinu does, where it's just like it messes enough with the battlefield to make a difference. Ooh, hello, Minha. Or Minha. Oh, it's not supposed. Oh, is it just like? Is it like? Are we talking like a brute kind of bruiser kind of thing, or oh, undermine rips everything. Okay, so I'm curious to get to level 50 then to see what this move is. I'm very interested. I'm sorry, stranger. Any other day and I would offer you tea and dates, but now is not a good time. You understand? I do. Don't worry, sir. Soon we will smile again. Mark my words. Take care, young one. Come visit with me when the war's over. Oh, I can't do it yet. Oh. Well, if that's the case, we're just gonna probably. You know what? Let's make this trip worth it. Let's go to the well. I think that's a good place to go. Let's try that out in this trip out. And then we can switch it up a little bit. I want to see if I can catch this one because this also is a female. Ooh, it has lifeful sap. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay, let's. And it is gonna make it a little difficult to actually like catch it. I actually might just have to get rid of it now that I think of it, because yeah, I probably do. Because unfortunately, I'm like with lifeful sap, it's not gonna be easy to catch, so we'll just kind of get rid of it. At some point, I'll go and catch one. I know I will, but at this point, maybe experience is better. Experience and life saved, basically. Hello. Ooh, the Bel Sotos. What? They're watching. They'll spot you in no time. Just leave. Oh, okay. Okay, the well was right here. Cool. Yeah, let's try out this one. I haven't tried this one. Let's drop one in. Let's see what happens. Oh, just money. Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, I'll just take 1,000 bank randomly. There you are. See, I'll just do a little healing here. I think probably the best combination is to have these two. One going. Oh, let's see this combination. Yeah, this combination might be better. Let's do this because I will say. Oh, that's what else I did. Duh. I did a lot of things actually. I actually worked. I feel pretty proud of myself for actually doing some stuff and some quests. I got Baton Pass. I went back and did that quest to go find sister and his the sister and the Tukmani Tukmani overworld kind of boyfriend. And so I actually went and did that whole quest. Um, yeah, that quest was interesting. I mean, I'm glad I had the Cesare just on hand, so I didn't have to go catch one and then come back, which was kind of nice. I just had one that was in my box for free tem, so I could just throw that. But yeah, that this has been nice, I will say, to be able to attack on turn one with Kinu. It's been very nice. To the point of I've actually considered like, do I even need like some other? I know I need to figure out if I actually need some of the stuff I have out here, but um, I haven't actually needed Gaia, which is the thing I always thought. I was like, oh, I probably will totally have that in my thing. And it's like, no, I actually, once you kind of just have it stable, you can kind of just relax and sit back. So, um, maybe we just go to, no, let's go to the far one. I feel like doing the far one is gonna be the harder one, and then we can come back and not necessarily that it's gonna be harder to battle, but more just that will be the harder one to pull off. Oh, the well's like in the middle of water here. That's kind of cool. Hmm, I like it. Yeah, I did really enjoy the Baton Pass one because it was just kind of like a concerned brother, and then you go all the way. It did. I mean, obviously you had to run around a little bit, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. And yeah, Baton Pass again. It's just really good, especially in a scenario that we're facing right now. Ow. Yeah, that's the only issue is the obviously the poison. If it beats out the uppercut, that will do it. But let's do that, and then let's just do our vitalize on itself. Because here's the thing I like about Kinu is yeah, Kinu is definitely an MVP. I've seen some cool plays for sure from the little that I've noticed. Um, but now I'm like, yeah, now I can just have Kinu out. I can be healing Baboon. It'll be great. Um, and this will actually, I mean, I can try and catch it basically. Very slowly. So yeah, it's just gonna be overexerting itself now, which will be nice. Um, I have just enough to do this, so I'm gonna do it quick. And then I can do uppercut and sharp leaf. I'm just like, which ones would be good to go to try to make it to the tower with? Okay, tower's in here. So probably is the best time to just use this, heal up, and then run in recklessly. I would, and this is something that was actually happening over the weekend too, because like Belmont came up to talk to me at the time. I always forget how much of just an absolute jam the Bel Soto fight music is. I love it. Like this should be like phone waiting music or elevator music, not just regular, for sure. It's great. Do I have anything to kind of deal with that? I don't think so. I just realized that. Because I was just afraid of bringing. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead. We'll just do a sharp leaf to kind of get some damage on it. Ooh, Zenarth can actually go down. That actually shocked me a little bit. Because this is probably going to be bad. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Ooh, and a hypoxia. Wow, they're actually doing correct tactics. I don't like this. I don't like them doing correct tactics. That means that they're going to do well. But I guess Kinu took a lot of damage then, so it's a good time to like switch out for. Banshee's probably the best to switch out to because they can't get a crystal move before the uppercut. Then the wind move kind of going towards Banshee would be good. Oh, of course, the wind move went towards Babung. As soon as I was like, yeah, going the other way. Damage itself on overexertion. Center Earth is down, which is the important part. Because that was the one I was more worried about with two mental Tems. Um, Fire Tem, okay. Let's just go after the Raiken, because taking down the Grandpa is just gonna usually it makes the Raiken more powerful, as far as I understand. There is that kind of ability that Raiken could get better off of their fellow Tem going down, so I'd rather get them down first. Overexertion, I like it. Raiken goes down. Grandpa probably goes down to Psy Surge. Ooh, Kinu levels up. I like it. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. I like it. Well, I mean, I'm going to get rid of Baboon because Baboon's almost down, but that is a great spot for us. I think we're going to rest for a turn, though. Just to make sure I can do the most damage and not get into a bad spot. And then, I mean, Sharp Leaf isn't really gonna do much, but you know. Oh, Tornado's still too much. Okay, we'll just do a Wind Burst then, fine. That should still... Oh, that was actually enough. I could have just done the last time. Oh well. Cool. Well, that works. The other thing I'm noticing in the area, and maybe it's just because it's a new area and they haven't put a lot of it into it, but there's just not a lot of items. Like by this point, I feel like we've been like thrown so many items, and now it's like, wait, is there not? What's going on? I'm actually looking that up to make sure I'm not missing a bunch. Area 2 West. Oh, so in that cave we were in, there was actually items at the end, and I just didn't notice it. Oh well. Well, we'll go back there then and get those items because why not? Oh, there's that. That's true. Although there is that item, and I talked about it on the stream. I hit it, but there's an item in what was that? Was that in Geno Gap? I feel like that sounds right. Was it in Geno Gap? Or... No, maybe that was actually in the rock hopping part in Tuckma, but where you can't get one of the items because we don't have crystal skates. There's no way to have the crystal skates at that point because you have to progress the story enough. But there's no physical way to get the item without the crystal skates. So I mean, eventually we had to go back for some of that, right? Where like all the crystal areas, or is that just me? Yeah, okay. I'm not losing. I'm like, there is that at least though. Okay. Um, I presume that's not counted then. What's happening here? Oh, the Wolfie's cry is so sad. Okay, I think we need to probably use the vial just to make sure we can get back. Let's go ahead and bring back the Tems at the beginning that, to get Momo some more leveling. Yeah, that's blocked off, so we can't do anything there. I just presume they're gonna add more to the area than just a desert area, so I'm excited to see what they're gonna do to it. But just with it being the new area, that's what I'm guessing there isn't as much. They're just testing the grounds and such. Especially because this one was this the only island that was done? Well, I guess no, it'd be mostly during the pandemic, wouldn't it? Yeah, because it was like last year or so. Never mind, ignore me. Yeah, it is almost a year old. Really, I thought it was August. Is it not August? I thought Kisa was like August, July, August, which is would be like hat almost. Okay. I was like, I'm trying to remember things too, which is not helpful in the slightest for actually keeping up with it. But I'm also realizing that is you were talking about this other move that Momo has. That move is a neutral move, right? So like the Stab Master is actually the trait I would want, from what I understand for that whole thing. If I'm following correctly about this. I think I'm actually. Yes, okay. I was like, I think I'm following correctly on what that means, but um, oh, there we go, perfect. Yeah. So Stab Master is what I want. Okay, that's just crazy. I think they were just trying to breed for it, is my guess, and so I just happened to get one that they wanted. Yes, the resistance badge is on Momo right now because I saw that. I was like, oh, neutral moves up. That's only ever going to be used by Momo. Let's be honest here. I'm I don't have a terror that's leveled up, so. Oh yeah, don't worry about not watching closely. Like I think actually we've talked about there's actually a there's someone who's actually playing Overwatch right now and lurking, if I remember correctly. Jax, who's a frequent around here. So yeah, completely totally fair on that. Um, I actually would love to promote more TemTem play. I think a lot of the people near me can attest that I've just been telling them that they all should get it because it's the truth, but saying it a lot probably isn't helping. But yeah, Stab Master and then yeah, Resistance Badge. They should, exactly. Actually, I was talking to someone today, like, oh yeah, I've seen about TemTem. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Should I do it? I'm like, yes. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, they literally explain themselves as a Pokemon like MMO. Like, at this point, the worst thing you can call it is practice for Diamond and Pearl. Like, which I still don't think is gonna be a full open world. I don't trust it. I've been hurt too many times on that fact. But I've been hurt too many times by Game Freak on that, so I don't trust it. But yeah, I just keep telling them they should because I'm like, this is very good, and you just should. Like, okay, I can take out level 40s. Good to know. I was curious about where it goes to. Heat up, ton of attack. Doesn't matter. I'm hopefully gonna take you down before it's too late. Yep, and down. Having Smazy as my starter has really helped with this area, I feel, of Kisiwa, because you just decimate the Earth Tem, and it's definitely helping a lot. So I just might have. I mean, honestly, what I'm actually expecting to happen is I'm probably going to end up getting a very quick size munch, right? That's the name. I haven't looked up the next evolution much because I don't want to know, but um, let's see. Because yeah, what level will that happen at? That would be 22 and 30 would be 50, 53. Is that 49 right now? It's probably not gonna happen this stream, but it is definitely something that will be happening soon. Especially the way I grind, probably happening pretty quickly. No, what I need to start looking at, and this is something that I've looked into a little bit, but I need to look into more, is better TV training to actually train for better traits because a lot of my stuff is just messy. So the starter Evo pace is probably one of the biggest problems. Way too slow. That's fair. I think it makes sense when you think of it when you're comparing to other three. It makes sense because it's a little higher. So I get it. I also get though that it's meant. I'm guessing that the whole thing is meant to be around a level 100 cap, probably at the end of game. And so when you're thinking of, oh, that's a halfway point, like you start getting it here, I get it. But yeah, I do understand how it is. It feels really slow right now in early access, especially though, just because it's right at level cap. But I think that's why everyone wants to see Sapanku out so quickly. Is that it's the idea that it's not as. That is fair. I think it would make more sense probably to do a quicker second evolution, like swap the second and third evolutionary line amount. So like in the case of Smazy, it would be like 23 levels to Baboon and 29 to Size Munch. Like I could see that where it's like, oh, you get your first evolution very quickly, but you still have to wait a little bit because I guess I haven't looked at a lot of the other ones. If they do that, that'd be interesting to actually look into. I'm actually curious. I haven't compared across a lot of the three form lines. I have a lot of them to do evolutions on, so that's where I was curious. But yeah, starter wise, I could definitely say to hook someone on the game that would make sense because like that's probably going to be one of your first things you're going to evolve. Unless you specifically work on, well, I guess some of the nature ones are pretty quick, so that one's not too bad. But yeah, it being kind of early in the evolution is a good way to hook people in for sure. But yeah, that's kind of some research I should look into. But now that I'm back, I will mention is that, well, one, I have that, but that's not important right now. But Crystal Team. So this is the Crystal Team I have together right now. I think it hits most of the dual types except for like a Koish, which would be another one, but that's kind of already covered by Shuin right here, so I don't think that one's as big of an issue. Um, so I think this covers most of it, but yeah, this is kind of the team right now. Um, let's see. Or they could make the baby form slightly more competent. So maybe they don't have enough stamina to do anything. That's also fair. Like that is something where I think as they get further, they really have to look at how grindy the first island has become. Because once you get past the first island and you get to Amnesia, you get to the breeding center where you can do stuff. You get to free Tem to get money. You get to stuff. You get so much right away in Nanga that it did really kind of reflect badly on how grindy Denise is because you don't have much. Now, I think that might just be better to maybe bring in a little more variety of Tem, which I'm sure they're going to do, I would guess. But like, I feel like there is a bit of an issue where you don't have a lot of good. Like, you had to, like for instance, I was really well off because someone actually gave me an Orphle when I was at I think I was at Brico de Mar. It was pretty early, and so they just gave me a level 1 Orphle, and I was like, oh, this is now way easier to go through this island, even though there is wind, but like that helped a lot more. But with that and Ganki, it was great. But like the only Tem you can get organically that really does well against them is you have to get Ganki, or you have to get a nature wind Tem, so like Saku basically, who has toxic moves. That's all you really can do. And it kind of just really pigeonholes you, whereas then you get to the second island, you're like, oh, I have all these options suddenly. I can do a sort of different things. Yes, I don't have fire yet, but I have options to do, soon. Um, Wait, Aquila is, but takes 2 damage, takes times 2, because Crystal versus Crystal is still higher damage, right? That's the issue, as far as I understood. No, wait, Aquila is just Crystal, right? Why would that take extra from Crystal? I'm confused. What am I missing here? Crystal versus Crystal should just be 1 times, right? Oh, maybe that's actually what I was thinking. Maybe that's the problem. Why, or maybe not the problem, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it becomes Crystal Mental as mix. So I was thinking about it, but now I'm like, nah, probably I should keep it here because this is actually just then a nice beefy boy. Very beefy boy. Uh, so that's kind of where I was thinking that direction. I mean, and it has some. I can throw the resistance badge on here to kind of use some neutral moves, which should help in some cases. I mean, obviously it's not going to be great against when you're dealing with mental, but in general it's going to be pretty good. Yeah. So I've been pondering over this team, but I think this is the team that I'm generally going to go for. Um, I just need to work on moves and figure out how it's going to go and everything, but I think this is the team that I have available. Are they perfect in it? No, but I have some general. Like obviously Shuin was just whatever I caught, but it will be okay on it kind of thing. Um, Flood works nicely when it comes to like puts way down speed if it's what happens to be with Bun Bun. Yeah, Bun Bun can carry for sure. I mean, Bun Bun might become. I guess this one's not gonna become a Mudra. That's the only issue, because this one was caught at a higher level. So that's the only issue I have where I'm not restarting is I don't get the evolution bonuses. But I do think that the having the Earth moves, I will probably protect Bun Bun a lot. I'll protect Octolor a lot. Valash is another one that's probably not going to take too much issue in general, which will be nice. So yeah, this is kind of my idea. I know that it's like in the 40s, and so I feel like I at least need to get the average of this into like 43, 44. Yeah, I could go catch a Mudder. That's the thing that I could end up doing, and that's kind of where I'm testing. I'm trying to see. The only issue I have, I think, and this is where I've just trying to been kind of scouting out places I've been running around, is there's not a lot of great places to go to train Crystal. Because the things it's good against are not prevalent in the current maps. I can heal as much between tamers. I think there's 4. Yeah, I can heal between. Yeah, it's just surviving each battle is the big one. Is like I don't want to get wiped and then have to go back and do okay, what do I need to do now kind of thing, and it'll just take more. But yeah, I probably could. It's just none of them are 40 is the only problem. And so if we're in the 40s for the tamers, and I'm like, that might be a bit rougher. I don't know. Yeah, I just need to get to toe-to-toe. Yeah, it's not much leveling. It's just I need to take that on. I've just been so tunneled on the Tempedia completion that I'm like, okay, I need to get to that point. And then once I get to that point, maybe it'll be better. But I do also have, I thought, a crystal isn't too bad. So I mean that is an option, but I was kind of like it's not as good as some others, and it doesn't have a lot of good choices when it comes to moves. So that's kind of excuse me, that's kind of where I was like, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, this is one thing I pointed out to some people that are like, really, is it very MMO? I'm like, yes. It has your fetch quests. It has all of that kind of run across maps kind of thing to do certain stuff. It has the idea of you got something and you're like, well, crap, now I want this thing too. It has that where you put in hours upon hours just to get one thing in the game. Like, yeah, it's I I've done it where I've done the third free tem level very early and without a lot of general things that should help with that sort of thing. And, it's just, you grind out the time because that's what you do in MMOs. So, sorry, I was just very warm. Funny enough, I'm in the warm area and I'm just like, I just became, for some reason, it's just like, I'm very warm now. So I'm just not gonna have a sweatshirt on. It'll be great. So, I mean, I will bring death upon the other tamers for sure. I'll bring death upon. I am the four undead horsemen of the Belsoto Apocalypse, which is where they go down. We'll go with that. I think I'm all good to go down though and deal with this other one because at this point I just want to kind of progress the story. That's kind of what the streams are for, basically. Is the idea is to go through the story. In the future, I'll probably do like grinding streams or Luma stream kind of things, but for now, the idea is just to kind of progress the story for those that want to see it and kind of get into the game. So this should be the last one, and then we go back, I presume, to Upinzani and let them know that we found this stuff. Okay, well, I definitely don't want Momo out at this point, because I don't think Momo's going to do very well. So we're going to go ahead and swap that to... Um, probably Nidrisal makes the most sense. And then... We're still going to try to get rid of the mix. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm going to try. Put enough damage on as I can, because I don't know if I have a lot to do with that right now. Yeah, that should help. Because then we can go ahead and do the Toxic Ink back and Uppercut back. Okay, Nico Shy shouldn't be necessarily good on any of them, unless Psypatch just has really good stats. No, not too much. Ooh, and the Uppercut got in. Nice. That should do it. Yeah. That Psypat went up. That's good. Voloran. Ooh. There's a lot that they put on Electric. I'm like, oh, Electric's so terrible in this area. I haven't brought in my Gonki, but I'm like, ugh. So I think probably just going Baboon out on this is probably pretty good because we'll get rid of the Psypat. That'll be nice. I'm leveling a mix at his TV train. See, that's the thing I need to do because I just got the eraser too. I found the eraser, which means that I can actually, without kind of having to rebreed or um, start fresh on anything, I can actually TV train now instead of just like progressing through the story. And so I need that's what I think I was saying earlier, and I just kind of blanked out for a second. Was I really need to actually look into that? Like I need to get to the point where I actually, you know, start to look into where's the best place for things. Oh yeah, Volrend, that's right. Nidrasil's down, isn't there? Yeah. I need to actually look into that sort of stuff. Is basically where I was going with all that. But well, Volrend's down at least. Volrend. So we just have the Piranha Ant and all of my Tem. So this should be fine. Let's go ahead and do Kinu just to kind of get some extra defense and special defense on Baboom. And just in general, the nature type's gonna be good. We'll just kind of keep attack with Baboom. Let's End with an uppercut, yeah. I was like, let's end with an inner spirit. I'm like, and then I saw what it would do. If they have 1,000 TVs in the wrong place, it's probably easier to get a new one level. That's fair. Yeah, if it's completely in the wrong place, I think there are some that's generally in a good spot, and so that's kind of where I'm like, I might just use that. I'm only looking with this team to probably with this particular team probably just have 500 in its best state in its best to TV to train one thing to 500, not necessarily two to 500. So that might be a way to kind of fix that sort of thing. Um, I think yeah, that's kind of the direction I want to go. It's just right now it just has an assorted TVs because it's just been me defeating whatever it comes to. So there's been no plan to it. So I just got to look into kind of what I want to do. Um, I basically just know at this point I need to yeah, eraser would take a while. I think the best way to do it in my head was like if you if you're say a good example, you're going through an area and you're specifically like leveling something with a in a shrine, for instance, or something. I think it would be not bad if it's like if you have them with the cowards. Well, I guess yeah, it would still be pretty slow if it's just like one or two at a time. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the issue. Is just yeah, I need to start looking into that. Basically, my three goals. I guess I've talked about two of them already. My three goals are Tempedia completion before Sipanku would be great. I would love to see that because then I'm basically like just the new ones. That's all I have to worry about to catch. It's great. I have a plethora of options and to find things. It'll be great. Two is obviously the Crystal team. You've seen that, so I have the Crystal Shrine available. I already see the Earth Shrine, I think, is around here, so that's also an option to start looking towards. I don't know if it has the same kind of rules, but that's the thing. And then my third one is actually to start pulling together a rematch team. Now, originally I wrote down specifically for Sophia because I presumed you made a team for each dojo rematch, but as I'm starting to read a little more into it, and it might have just been a couple that I found, a lot of people just make one team for every rematch. And so it's just balanced to the point where you can just bring it in for every rematch and it should do okay. And that might be where I invest my time instead of having to invest time for each individual rematch, which would be actually kind of nuts when I started realizing it and how much time that would be for 8 Tem to make it good enough for that. Doing that one team philosophy, I might actually do that, or just have like ones where you trade out for certain dojos. That also was an idea I was going for. I think that is where I kind of need one of the shrines for power leveling, but that is something that I've thought about as an option. Yeah, a well-run. I've seen it where people have a teammate, or it's like in these slots you can have any of these three Tem, for instance, and it's like either of them works, but like you could sub them out even for between dojos or something. So that's my kind of also next step. Which once I finish the story, when I'm doing Tem streams, that's kind of gonna be am I Luma hunting? Am I gonna doing what? And I will say that doing the rematch team setup might actually not be a bad idea to be doing on stream, just because I I just as probably a lot of new tamers, in TemTem end up with is just like information overload because there's so much information over the last, you know, basically the length of this early access. There's so much information that's been recorded that to kind of siphon off what information is still valid or usable versus what's been kind of patched out or sort of things is something that like doing that on stream just to kind of like here's what I've been able to find, and then people can say like, oh well, I've seen this or I've seen that. It might not be a bad idea. So that's kind of when we're talking future of TemTem streams, because obviously the story will end at some point. Sapanku will probably not be out yet. I mean, maybe I'll have enough story and side quests to make it to the end of March into April, but yeah, talking it out in general is my thought process of like, hey, this is what my thing says, and someone's like, oh, that's actually not good anymore. You want to go here, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize that. Cool, thanks. Yeah, and that's the big thing with it is learning. Learning is the big portion of this, and it I know how much learning you have to do basically for this, so that's why. Okay, a rendezvous with the narwhal in northwestern Kisiwa, so that's got to be up there. Yep, in the nice little landing area. That makes sense. So I can still go by the Temporium quick just to fill up my vial in case I need it on the way up. Oop. Yeah, that must have just been a glitch with the quest where it was saying, "Oh, you need to go this way to do it," and I'm like, "No, I think they're all three here," but you know. Okay, all the way in the northwestern corner. Let's go get those items. Actually, before we go and progress the story, I know I said I was about to go do that, but I want to go down to the cave here because it's apparently items down here that I just missed because I didn't go all the way in. So let's do that first. So I think at this point it's smarter to do that quick. Yeah, there's some items down there. I just didn't notice it when I came in. So yeah, we'll do that quick. Free stuff is always a good idea. So, like how fast this is. I can't remember what the 50 was, but I'm starting to think that was actually the 50 stat was the speed because they are always going first, and I don't think Nibble has that high of priority. What was that? I'm trying to figure. Yeah, it was speed. Okay, I'm like that just seems really quick all the time to hit, which is probably really good too for hitting that move at level 50 that we're talking about. Whatever it was, Undermine. Yeah, that sounds right. Problem is whenever I hear Undermine, I think of The Incredibles 2. For like the Undermine, I guess that was 1 and 2 because he was at the end of the first one, but like the Underminer, just because I'm a Disney kid, what can I say? Okay, and then let's see if this gets Pyko to a good spot because I'm always kind of I'm always kind of just preparing for when I might want to do a I'm trying to say when I might want to do a when I might want to do free tem 1 week. So like this week, like 50, I probably will be able to hit 50. But if I couldn't for some reason, or I was getting close and I didn't quite make it because of time, I've just been saving a lot in my box. Oh, Baboon has a drill. Whoopsies. I was gonna catch it, but I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I put the drill on Baboon because I was sick of the evasive tem. But basically, right now, what was I saying now? I don't even know what I was saying. I got distracted by the whole thing. I actually destroyed the Pyko when I wasn't preparing to do so. Uh, chunk, chump, chump. I will say Nibble is doing a lot more damage with the combination of those two things, though, than I ever would have thought Nibble would do on anything. So that's actually kind of cool. Like, I'm seeing the light of some neutral time, for sure. Okay, this should be... Oh, some smoke bombs, cool. And then I think this was a technique then, which is why I was like, oh, I should go get that. Cool. Well, I just want to do that quick. Get some items, don't leave them on the field, basically, and then we can just go up north then, basically. So we'll just run north. Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with you that I don't think we need more items, but I feel like there needs to be more filling this area. But have I seen Lumu Momo? I did, but I will look it up again just to remind myself. I definitely looked it up at first, which I know was like my way of being like, yes, I need to use Momo at some point. Um, oop, that's the way the page loads is weird. Oh yes, it's so cute. It's like a corgi husky mix, and I love it. Um, it is very good. Like I will say, there's some of the Lumas that I'm kind of like, oh, I can see how someone would be into that kind of thing. There's some Lumas I'm just like, I want that. Like it's really simple, but the red Umishi or Ukama, well, both of them, because yeah, they're both red. That just it triggers so many like red Gyarados kind of memories for me that I want it. I just want that. Which I was sad that I just didn't have time to do the one for there. What were some other ones I looked at? That I was just like I need to look at more of them honestly because there's some that I'm just like yeah I could if I got it I would enjoy it but oh yeah complete like that was my first thought when I saw it I was like unless they had done it, because I then checked Nesla and be like, well, maybe the Nesla didn't. No, I feel like that was intentional in a way, like to do that kind of red dragon kind of feel, water dragon kind of thing. So I fully was on board with that as soon as I saw that one, and like so I was a little sad that just I think I didn't have time the week when it was in when the Luma chance was in for the week. I can actually check that. I actually have the information. Yeah, the Lumas are well done, and what I've noticed, and I think I've just seen it in that, is where they are willing to change them, and that's what's probably really good. Is where it's not like, oh, this is the Tem, it's set, it's done. It's like they're willing to modify some things to make things look better, which I do like seeing, because that's it. This is not a finished game, and I think I'm glad that they look at it both from that direction as well as the direction of, um, yes, it's not a finished game, so as a result, we can change things. Um, I just like that kind of thing around here. Do I have to battle it? Wait. I'm here to see Ada. Not so fast. It's supposed to be a secret operation. I can't let anyone through. Ugh. Well, I'm glad I put out Momo then, because Momo would not have been ready for this battle. Okay, well, this should be fine, right? Because what? Neutral and Earth. Yeah, this should be a great combination. I can't do this yet, but I can do my mental move here in a little bit. Thick skin. I don't like that. I don't like not having it do things. Oof. Oof. Well, uppercut and side surge, and we'll see what happens. Oh, he'll just go down. I like it. That works. That's probably a fair amount of experience, right? Oh, not as much as I hope. I guess you are resistance because you beat me. I'm like, Belzotto seems to be doing okay in the war. I don't know if that's a really good determination for this. I want to show off my dog again, so I need to use the vial. There we go. Here comes, one-eyed Matthew. Long time no see. It's an honor to have you back. Good to see you again, old sport. Likewise. Captain said you'd be joining us for her secret operation. It's an honor to have you back on board with a new and refurbished narwhal. You're alive and well, but Slara, what a relief. Oh my gosh, there's just all these people. It's like, how? We get to see the cast, the crew again, yes. Just waltzes in, you drop everything? It's no excuse to stop working. Oh, Ada. Suppose you took care of the spies at least? I did. What's the plan? We haven't been sitting on our asses while you clear the desert. I also like that, like, they don't pretend they're a kids' game. This is definitely made for the people who grew up with the Pokemon game and Yokai Watch and that kind of thing. Like, we're just like, yeah, we're just gonna swear in here. It's fine. I was like, yes, yes, please. Like, that's the character. That's what the character would do and swear there. Captain Coley and our men are hiding near Uhuru, waiting our signal. Our man is in the city. Carlos has found a good spot for an airdrop, and wait, we're doing what? Operation Tusk, the return of the Narwhal. You, me, and Matthew use this fine ship to infiltrate Uhuru. Just the Belsalto armor against the three of us? Yeah. We got a few more hours. She's like, yeah, I'm not going to touch that one. Uh, it's basically, wait. It's basically a game made by me, and I think it feels that way to every hardcore. But yeah, well, because, and I think it's bad to say that, you know, even though TemTem says they're Pokemon like MMO, like that sort of thing, it's that yes, they've been influenced by a lot of things, but the difference that TemTem has done, and this shouldn't ever be, this isn't just a Pokemon thing or Game Freak thing, Nintendo thing, but TemTem's like, I'm going to listen to what's the actual asks out there. It's not just, hey, we're going to release a game because it did well. No, no, no. What are people actually talking about with that game and to improve it? So the good example, obviously, I always have is Stardew. I enjoy Stardew a lot. It's one of those, it's kind of the same kind of just one person doing it kind of thing, had a dream, wanted to do a certain thing. It was their pet project. But the same person, almost yearly at this point, but very often at this point, has been releasing updates which completely address issues with Stardew, as well as create new content still for free. And it's just like, it just shows like this. Temtem's a good example. Stardew's a good example. Um, like there's a lot of good examples that have come out recently in the indie kind of sphere, as I like to say indie, that have kind of shown that the AAA game studios need to actually respect their player bases because, you know, I have the issue of kind of like, okay, I've been playing Temtem. Do I even am I interested in the remake of Pokemon? If it's just gonna be the same thing as usual, like I said earlier, kind of like I don't trust that it's open world. Now the Pokemon Legends one, possibly. That's a different strain. It's a different way of going. It's cool. But like, I was always someone who, without fail, would get at least one of the Pokemon games, without fail, completely. But I'm kind of questioning it now because I'm like, well, why would I do that when I could just play more Temtem? So it's like they're I don't think Temtem's going to take a market share, but I think Temtem is showing a lot more of what I'd like to see, which is the small studio can do something better with less resources. Why is the big studio still having problems? And that's kind of where you start seeing it. But oh yeah, definitely you got to play 1.5 Stardew. Oh my gosh, I haven't even gotten to a lot of the new content, but just some of this new content, beautiful. Like exactly what you need to see. I feel like yes, I know the game in general at this point, but I feel like I'm rediscovering parts of the game by some of the new things they've done. Um, and it's great. Like I think one of the exclamations we had yesterday during stream was um, Belma just saying, because there's actually an item that uses the dwarf gadget now, which you would never keep an extra dwarf gadget. Never. You would just to the museum and then you're done. It's like now you have to actually get a dwarf gadget, which is not what you want to be doing. Like it's not where you want to be putting your efforts. But there's an item that has it, so you want to go get it. There's a bundle in the remix that needs an ancient doll. Again, not something you would generally have on hand because you just get rid of it after the first one when you donate to the museum. So it's kind of like making you rethink what's valuable, which is really, really cool about 1.5. I've enjoyed that it's kind of made you rethink how things should be, which is exactly what an update of that magnitude should do, where you have almost a whole new area basically that you're discovering at end game. Like it completely redefines. Yeah, you still have your starter stuff, you still do the same thing, but like another good example. I'm just going to talk about Stardew all day. This should not be shocking at this point that I'm just going to do that. It's either that or musicals. Let's be honest here. But there's the beach farm now, which I feel like has redefined things because now it's like, okay, well, I'm getting beach forage on my farm. Do I need to go as much to the beach to do it? I'm getting, I have these new areas. I have this whole big space to put stuff in. Oh, that's cool. Let me do that to kind of do things. Oh, I can't use sprinklers. Well, maybe I don't need to go crops. Can I make money off fish ponds? Can I make money off of, you know, more coops and barns and just go that direction and then just buy hay? Is that profitable? You start to get it starts to kind of make you think about other things you can do, and I just really like that from a general sense of redoing things. Oh yeah, story TemTem, that's the thing. Just a few more. We have just a few hours till Belsoto to send more spies to the Tasa Desert. We'll fly the narwhal to the blind spot located by Carlos, and we'll drop in the city behind enemy lines. We have to be fast. The narwhal can't stay there too long, and then we move as stealthily as possible through Uhuru. I know the way. Sounds exciting. Oh, it will be. We need to be as quiet and as fast as possible. Find the gates of Mines of Miklan and open them. And then, as soon as they see our signal, Captain Coley's guards will storm the city gates. And then, the Battle of Uhuru. We join the main resistance force and do our damnedest to take the whole city before the Belsoto can organize their defenses. What if it works? The Belsoto will be totally routed. Our final goal is to capture their general to make sure they never return to Kisiwa. Mark my words, landlubber. Today, the Belsoto shall feel the sharp tusk of my narwhal. Okay. Well, let's do this. I was worried when Kamal. Oh, that's right. Oh, then Kamal told me you're heading to Kisiwa. I think the Solara was fine. It was a long walk. Understatement of the year. The Resistance folks have told us about your adventures. You sure have come a long way since the first time you flew with us. You look so young and fresh, traveling with Tahani's ticket. Feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah, wow. It's kind of hard to remember. Oh yeah, Tahani literally just gave us a ticket to get here. So I just gotta talk to her, I guess. Oh, it's probably like before you do, make sure you have what you want. I don't think there's anything particular I could. I mean, I hate to always look up things, but at the same time, like maybe I should to make sure I have the right Tems, because I guess I don't know when I'm gonna hit a full Temporium next, or it's just like a heal, and so that might be something where I need to do that. Huh. Is it generally the same type of Tems? It looks like it. A lot of crystal. Not so much needing electric. Yeah, let's go for it then. I've learned that I'm probably going to lose to General X. I've just, done this. This is my best. Um, I don't know if this is my best team. That's the only issue. So maybe I do need to go back and deal with that. This is this is my best team for the environment, but yeah, maybe I need to go back and let me go check out to see if maybe there is a better team that I could do before I trigger it. Because once I do, obviously that's the end of that. So, and I presume I have to. Yeah, I was like, as I checked that, I'm like, yep, I probably have to battle max. That sounds about right. Which actually for that I probably do need electric because I just noticed that there's a fair amount of some flying. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and just check our box, make sure we have everyone we want. See what that means in terms of actual stuff. But at this point, if I lose, I just end up having to go back anyway and do it again. So am I going the right? Oh, I had to go around it. That's why I'm like, am I going the right way for this? I don't think so, but kind of going the right way. But yeah, all in all, in terms of my talking about Stardew and TemTem, and all in all, just I am really enjoying this game. I will be honest. It is kind of like in terms of MMOs, I have never really had one that's truly clicked by myself. Is probably the best way to put it. So like World of Warcraft was triggered when I was playing it with Alex and Belmont. So like it was like, oh, I'm playing with them. That's fun. Let's go run a dungeon together. Let's do stuff. Like that was thing. But that was just kind of a vector for doing it. So it never really stuck when it came to okay, going and doing stuff by myself. Um, in school, I played a fair amount of Guild Wars 2 because it was one which didn't need a subscription, and a fair amount of people were playing it, and so I kind of joined in with them, and that was fun, kind of thing. And that one actually I've come back to at points and played and sort of thing, but that one you kind of have to keep up with the expansions, and it's that same kind of thing where if you jump out of playing, you have a lot of catch up to do, and so I need to actually devote my time to do it or not at all. So that's always been an option to go back to, but I've kind of bounced back and forth on that one. Um, and so that's kind of been a direction. Um, but this has actually had me grinding, and this is something that I have not seen much. It's had me commit to a game and actually, like, oh, I can just jump on and play for a little bit and feel comfortable doing that instead of where, like, Guild Wars 2, I feel like I have to commit a couple hours because I have to be able to go through, do a couple bosses, do the dailies, all that sort of stuff. Where here I don't feel it as much. I'm like now. I mean, I've heard the Postal Service might change that fact where I actually do want to do dailies, but in general, I'm like, yeah, I can just jump on, do what I want to do, prepare what I want to do, and then jump off, and it's kind of this nice, just cute stuff happening. Okay, let's do some assessment now. So in terms of things that are leveled up enough to actually use, it's probably nothing on that page. We have a Gazuma. I think we need to use the Gazuma, despite Gazuma probably not being our best tem. I think we just have to because we need the electric. And we don't have that option anywhere else. So I think that's why we just have to go that direction. So I'm going to take out Saipat and unequip this. I don't think Saipat is our best water, but it's the most leveled up water is the problem. I mean, there is Nesla for that option. Nesla is not bad. GG Saipat. It's just like, well, it's all right, but it's not the best. It's not like I've done any breeding or anything on it, that sort of thing. I mean, our best is probably no, Calibus isn't actually as good as I thought it was. Yeah, probably Nesla from Ocelotl is probably our best, which is probably sad, but it's how it goes. So, but yeah, maybe. 'Cause I mean, Nesla will level up pretty quick around there, I think. So if we keep But who we take out is the issue here. Yeah, well, because Calibus just is pretty good, and this one in particular was just pretty tanky. You got across a lot of stuff and went quickly, and you got a lot, that helped it a lot. But Toxic Skin is always nice, but I just don't know if I can pull that off when it comes to the groups I have, especially because I'm just a big fan of Nidrasol, so it's kind of where like I'll just probably want to keep the Nidrasol that is always going first kind of thing. Has the Toxic Farewell, has a lot of options. I'll probably take out Hypnosis here as a general sense. Um, this might actually not be bad to bring in if I'm not using Hypnosis. Yeah, so Nidrasol is just kind of one where I'm like, you know what? Okay, so let's figure this out. Let's actually go ahead. Let's just take out everyone except, I mean, Nidrasol we know is happening. Kazuma we know is happening. So those are two that I'm like, yep, those are gonna stay. I'd like to keep Baboon just because one, there's enough crystal I think where it'd be okay. Generally, it's just a good Tem in general, and stats are obviously average, but it's just one that I've worked on a lot. It has Brawny, which is nice, the Drill, which is nice currently, that kind of thing. So, speaking of that, I should actually get rid of Nidrasol. I don't think the Four Leaf Clover is going to be what I'm going to use very often. um, I think I'm looking at either Barnshi or Kinu. Now, Barnshi's been really good as just the Wind Tem, but having Gazuma, no, because Gazuma doesn't have great wind moves. So that's kind of where I think I need Barnshi still as general wind when it comes to Toxic, when it comes to who else would that kind of deal with? Is that really just Toxic? No. What else does wind do good against? I'm just not awake right now. Oh, it is just Toxic, but generally it's also just good. So yeah, Barnshi hits pretty hard. I think neutrality is pretty good on Barnshi to deal with not having status conditions. Having the hand fan really bumps it up, so that's good there. Raikan is a little under level, but having the fire type might not be bad as an option. Because it is fairly okay. And getting, general just, burning there. If we go ahead and like, I don't know. Because yeah, my front runners done at this point are basically Momo to get, but I had to get it to level 50 is the problem. Like, wait, a tech course, like I'll get it soonish as in while I'm going through things, so I should bring Raikan with me, or soonish as in it will be something after that point? Because I mean, to confirm, if you know which one, I can check to see. Like after this, okay. So, yeah, okay, I would not have it yet, kind of thing. Unless it's Magma Cannon? I don't know. I actually should see if it can learn Magma Cannon. That would actually be a good idea. Whatever Magma Cannon is, if it can learn it. Oh, actually, I want to go to backpack for that. No, the snow place is not available yet. Kilima Peaks, I think is what you're thinking of. That is not available yet. So Yowler, the only reason I know that Kilima is kind of a thing with snow, that kind of thing, is one, I've seen people actually doing Yowler radars at that point. But two, it's just I just know that that's where Yowler is. I'm like, I can't get to that yet. Wait, really? Magma Cannon can't. See, that's the only thing I find a little weird sometimes is that what you'd expect a Tem to be able to learn isn't something they can learn. And that might, again, just be keeping balance with the early access version, but there's certain stuff where I'm like, I would think they could learn that. Why wouldn't they? Kind of the situation of like people always joke about Pokemon where Charizard couldn't fly for so long. Whereas like, but they have wings and they fly and everything, and why can't they learn fly? That's really silly. Like I do have a couple of those moments once in a while. I'm just like, why can't they? Well, yeah. So I mean, if I'm really looking, let's go ahead. Let's move these up so I don't like mix them up. Like, I don't feel like I need as much. I love Kinu. I don't think Kinu makes sense in a sense of what's going on here. I don't think it makes as much sense unless you build around Kinu or have a. I mean, I don't have that great of a Kinu. It's just I wanted one, so that's the only reason. So it's not great, and I already have nature. I already have or mental covered, and so it's not like I have to. I need the mental here. I mean, it's better mental, but I don't think it's needed as much. It really kind of only works well with Niger-Souls. That's why I've used it kind of for leveling. Yeah, I don't think Kinu's necessarily going to be used, so we're going to put Kinu over there. Um, so I guess let me use. So there is actually a thing I've seen people talking about, which is called TemTem. I actually really like it because I can just throw in Tem then, and it'll kind of be like, here's what you're missing, or here's what you're weak against, kind of thing. And I'm like, this is great because I don't actually have to do like I don't have to put in the moves or anything. I can just be like, okay, what not necessarily what am I good against, but more of like what am I missing in terms like what would I do really bad against so I can make sure I bring someone in who would be tanky against it is the thing. Now I think it's meant for like dealing with the rematches, but still. It's like yeah, crystal's pretty good. So I think because there's so much crystal coming up, I would presume there's a lot of crystal. I think we do need Raikan. I think we just need that fire presence to be like, yep, this is a way to deal with crystal. They can't deal with fire. Raikan is pretty, in general, pretty good. You know, gets a lot of stamina back. I like it. That kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's a good idea to go that route for that case. So if we put that in, what are we still kind of missing? Um, digital, but I don't think we can do anything about that at this point. I don't think there's anything good against digital except digital, right? Oh no, water and electric are good against digital. Wait, why is it? Did I read that wrong again? Oh, because digital's good against wind? I'm confused why it's saying that that's normal against. I'm very confused. Oh, because that's saying digital's not necessarily good against. It's not saying what I'm covering elsewhere. Yeah, that's where I have to put in the moves. So, 1 second. I'm just gonna put in some moves quick, just to kind of see what I'm missing. Because I am not good at paying attention long enough to figure it out. So, and then sharply. And we have Windblade, DC Beam, Drill Impact, and Electric Storm. And then we have Uppercut. Oh, we have Melee Strike. We have Sand Splatter. We have Uppercut. And we have Inner Spirit. We have Windblade, Windburst. Obviously, I have the option where I can mix up some of these as we go. It's not like these are set, obviously, I know that, but wait, what was the last one? Oh. Okay, and then Raikan, which is going to have, um, probably makes sense to have Fierce Claw. Actually, maybe it makes more sense to go Sand Splatter, now I think of it. Um, just because we don't have any dedicated Earth currently. That might not be a bad idea to do that. And then Fire Tornado. Okay, so what are we missing for coverage? Let's see. Oh, we balanced it against crystals, so that's not a problem. Balancing against nature. Looks like we have issues against wind tem currently. About dealing with I think. Because we have a lot of wind, I guess. Oh, and then it's going off of the earth moves. Gotcha. So someone who's good against wind. It's gonna be, yeah, it's just electric is the problem. So that's basically would a Volphy be nice. I could go catch a Volphy at this point just to have that. I mean, it would be only like high 30s to 40, which, but at the same time, I don't think that's too much of an issue. I'm also trying to figure out like what type am I missing if I'm looking through it. Let's see, I don't obviously have neutral. I have fire. I don't have water. That's where I was looking like nest with water and electric might not be terrible. Cause yeah, my Bigu Babawa kind of either of them aren't that large, so it's not gonna help too much. And none of these are necessarily close or something where I could just pick one up. Yeah, I am missing crystal representation, which that's where my brain, of course, thinks right away the Shuin, but it's just not that good. It's the problem. Um, I could probably pull it off with it, because this would cover the two, but I had nothing against the Shuin. It's just, it's, it's a little rough in terms of what it got, but like preventing statuses is nice, I will say that. I could throw Glass Blade in instead of Flood, and that would be okay. Hmm. Yeah, but it's definitely missing Crystal. I agree with you on that. That's kind of where an issue comes in. Yeah, obviously that's where I could go with the Destroyer of Crystal, but the issue I always fall into is then I always seem to go against the Dialysis. And should I go for the Bun Bun? I mean, the Bun Bun isn't bad for sure. I think I also have another one in here that's not too bad. Yeah, the other one. I'd rather go with the other one's more balanced, but I have no problem just throwing the Bun Bun in, but it is very low level is the only problem. Yeah, anything, that's the issue, is I'm like, I could just think about this probably for hours and be like, I don't know what I want to do, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, which one is going to make sense? And if I do the little peek, how much crystal is there? Because there's a ton of crystal, it probably makes sense to do this. Or a ton of things that would be weak to crystal. Because yeah, this actually goes well with wind, which we do have double wind. Yeah, let's throw in Bun Bun. You know what? Let's do it as kind of an ace in the hole kind of thing, where we need something. What that does mean is I'm going to go back to the Raikan and take out Sand Splatter for, yeah, probably Fierce Claw. Because I don't need the coverage of ground as much then, because I already have Embaboong as an option. So, now okay, Bun Bun some levels, so that's good. We like that. Um, Yeah, we have a fire type that it can be next to, so it could burn things. We have a wind type that can make it more damage and higher priority for the crystal. Yeah, let's try it. You know what? Yeah, I'm like, at this point, it's like I can just sit here. But okay, well, now what I need to do though is now I need to actually take gear back though. I might just leave actually the resistance badge on Momo. I don't think I need that as much, but okay. So let's see. So Nidrasil probably makes sense to. Now that I think about it, do I need Toxic? Is there really a lot of use for needing it? Yeah, there's a fair amount. Okay. Because like there is the option of changing all of these toxic moves into water for using Shuin's horn, but I'm like, probably don't. That's probably a bad idea. Let's instead see what I got. Probably a coat on Nidrasil is pretty good just to protect them because they're not high hit points, so wind can kind of mess them up a little bit. So let's go with that. Gazuma's, I don't know. Gazuma probably, actually, since we talked about a lot of crystal, it would make sense to put on the rock shield to reduce damage on crystal. Okay. Um, I still think Baboon makes sense with the drill. I don't think there's really a lot of other things that really make a whole lot of sense. Oh, unless, wait, how many of these things are physical? You see, the problem is Inner Spirit and Martial Strike both aren't physical. So that's where it's a little rough. So yeah, I don't think it makes sense to switch for making physical moves all better because it's not all physical. Yeah, I think that's the best. Then Raikan for sure would take the fire chip. Like that just makes sense to increase the fire damage. And then Bun Bun is a little more interesting. And maybe I guess that's another question of how many of these are physical. Not much. I mean, the Stone Ball is, but that's not huge. So let's see, what else can we find? I'll just put the Coward's Cloak on for now because it kind of needs some levels anyway. Um, Currently, right now, though, we're going to go ahead and do this because I need to actually get out of this area first. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this. I'm going to run up there and then I'm probably going to take a little break. Just it's getting to that time of the evening where I'd rather go get, refresh of a drink, maybe a little snack if I'm feeling it, a little ice cream, who knows. But I do think that is probably something I should do at this point. So we're just going to go up here. We're going to basically get to the point of triggering. Yeah. Oh, the breaks that I take are also to make sure everyone else takes breaks. That's kind of the way of looking at it. So definitely highly recommend doing so. That didn't do as much as I thought it would. Oops. I'm gonna try and see if I can catch it. No, okay, I got rid of it. I was like, I might as well try, but no. Okay, so I said go right up to Ada. Don't actually trigger it yet, but go on break. Okay, so gonna be a quick break. Again, I recommend taking care of yourself, get up, stretch, get some liquid of some sort that hydrates, preferably, uh, or dulls the mind, whatever you're feeling tonight. And no judgment here. And I will see you all in just a little bit. Thank you. And I am back. Just like that. Like I said, not too long of a break, just wanted to do that quickly to make sure. I also... Has the game audio been muted this whole time? Or did I click that all the way out? Because it should have been playing the music or making noises. Oh wow, I'm awake. We're good. Whew, doing fine. Okay, let's go ahead and trigger this before it's too late. Green light, we're operation. Let's go. Let's do this. Ooh, I like the way the city looks. That looks cool. I mean, they do airdrops all the time. We should do airdrops. Oh, did we just like make it to the... Oh, well we made it to the Temporium right away. That's nice. Tusk and Narwhal. Narwhal and Tusk. So you're the folks I was told to expect. I thought you'd be more. No time for chit-chat. What's the situation? My agents are out there trying to keep the Bell Soto busy. We've managed to lure them away from your route, but it won't last long. Be as fast as you can. We're keeping an eye on their movements. Oh, and if you run into trouble, you can regroup here. Cool. So this is actually a place to buy things, which is nice. Do I need to sell anything? I don't think so. Nope, we really have everything we need there. I guess we were going to this area. We could have just literally came here and done this, but oh well. Oh well. We'll just leave that. But good to know I have that option though. Well, I'll heal then, because I made it to a heal spot, so I might as well heal. Okay, so I think we'll bring Raikan out and Kazuma as kind of the early people, and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's see the map of Uhuru. We've been not seeing it for quite a while, but let's... Okay, let's... Ooh, I like it. Just kind of a tiered city kind of thing. Okay, so it looks like we're planned to try to go down here, and let's see. So we have to go this way down to here. I can see how it's like, you can't get to any of this, by the way, don't try. I know it says there's a lot of things that are showing up, but don't try. Okay, I gotta go down here, down to here, and then down. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's the correct direction to go. Okay. So do we just run that way? Are we gonna be unencumbered? Yeah, I'm like, I doubt we're gonna be unencumbered. Who goes there? Okay, take him out, Tesla Volts. Ada, you could help, you know. You could also help out with this. I hear a lot of the belts out with theme, aren't I? Yep. Well, this is a good combo, because I'm just going to do that. A little bit of that. Actually, doesn't do as much to Pablo as I'd like, but it will. This is why we put on the Rock Shield. Because I presumed that was going to happen. Yeah, Kazuma's going to take a little damage, which is fine. They only have 2 TemTem, actually, which is not too bad. Yeah, I might as well just keep going back and healing. I'm realizing I'm like, this is actually not too bad of a thing at all. Do some drill impact. Oof. Actually, Kazuma might go down because I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and be totally okay with what's going on. I'm like, probably wasn't smart. I mean, I just presumed that Baba would be attacking Raikan. I didn't think they'd attack Kazuma, so. Yep, there it is. So I was like, that's what I expected to happen, and so when it wasn't happening, I was like, that's weird. So we are going to go ahead and Fierce Claw, but we are going to swap you out for Nidra Soul. It's probably the best bet. Because, yeah, we're close enough, we'll probably just run back to heal instead of doing a Vial. You know, it's when we get further away I more want to do the Vial, honestly. Yeah, Raikan is actually pretty tanky. I'm very okay with this. Just to get more experience, you might as well throw out Barnshi when we do this. Yes, because then we can see how Hallucination looks with the mental additional. Because we haven't used that move yet, so you know, I want to use new moves. Oh, whoa, that's trippy. I like it. I like it a lot. That was cool. Oop, we got a level 36 Bun Bun. They're moving up. Cool. You don't want to alert things. Cool. I'm gonna go back and heal though. Because I would rather just make sure I have a full ready team for all this, you know? I actually did realize I probably should use them now I think of it. I do have a couple, I think I have a couple level ups. And this is probably the best time to use it. Yeah, I have a ton of growth enhancers. I should get Raikan up a little bit. Wait, did that do what I thought it did? Because if it did, I absolutely love TemTem even more. See, this is the thing I hated about rare candies, and I love that TemTem has solved it, is that you get the same percentage of experience in the next level. So, like, I didn't lose any of my experience there. It just got me to the next portion that, oh. TemTem is just so pure, and it's just, like you said, it's obviously people listening, and it's made for us. It's made for the people that want more out of Pokemon, and it's great. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I was actually thinking, wait, which level did I say? I could use a couple of these to just evolve. I think I should just evolve, Baboong. Now that I realize I have these, I think I should just do this. I have enough of them. Well, because I mean, the funny thing with the growth enhancers is just I haven't used any of them, so I've just been like, I'm just gonna save them for when I need them, and now it's like I probably need them now. Actually, I've got definitely a few from the free Tem, so level 54. Is that where I was wrong? Or does it not evolve if you use a growth enhancer? Am I just doing this realizing that it doesn't actually evolve yet? Growth enhancer. I've never actually tested this, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here. Puts up the level. Doesn't say anything about issues with evolving. Evolution. Let's see. Leveling. Most common is to level them up. Oh crap, I just realized yeah, you get the start at level 5. You caught it before I did, where I'm like, wait, I am doing it off of the wrong amount. So what do I actually need to get to is the question. Let's see, so it would be a total of 52 levels, so I need to get to 57. And do I have enough growth enhancers for that is the question. I do. 57 is what I need then. Because it would be 52 levels on top of level 5 would be 57. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. I don't care. I can get more growth enhancers. I do enough free Tem. I don't have a life. It's fine. It's fine. Like, I will just sit and watch YouTube videos and grind free Tem without an issue. There it is! Haha! I forced the evolution. Like, I will get my size munch. Yeah. Look at that. 200 hit points. Yes. Okay, I do think we are going to throw a couple more into Raikan. Probably get to level 47 is probably pretty good. Just to kind of catch it up a little bit. And then that will save 2 if we really want to do it to Bun Bun at that point. Or just 2 in general. There we go. Now we're a little more in the right level scheme. That's better. Okay, what do we got? So now we gotta go this way. I love the like water effects here. That's really kind of cool. Oh, I gotta go down here, which is probably gonna trigger a battle. Yep. Wait, you're not. Get him. It's intense, you know. Okay. Kazuma should not be here. This is a really bad place for them. Let's go Embers there, and let's swap you to probably Size Munch. Why not? Size Munch. Let's do this. That will do very little. That will do a chunk, but Raikan's got some health. We're good. Let's go ahead and do a Fire Flame on you and Uppercut on you, and that should, I think, get rid of them? Yeah, I'm like, Mudred's gone. I know that much. I mean, if that actually gets rid of them, I might just do a quick heal if I can. I really didn't take too much damage. Yeah, I might just do a quick Balm on Raikan. That was great. I had the right Tem for that battle, at least. Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and use a quick Balm Plus on Raikan. That'll get them mostly up there, and that's fine. I have enough of them. Like I said, free Tem money. Might as well use it. Oh, Musa! Oh, that's why everyone loves Musa. I love it. I knew Max had to show up at some point. I knew it. I knew it. Of course, I had to view testicles. Nature's Pet, Loser Extraordinary, now Pup of the Resistance. We both know you can't breed an optimal TemTem without breaking some eggs. You always were a drama queen. You live for the big climactic duels, don't you? Enjoy your epic fail then. Oh yeah, Max wouldn't miss it. Like, I'm actually curious to look back. I feel like I called that Max probably was in the Belsotos at some point and never like fully committed to it. I was like, oh, they might. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, it's not shocking that that would have happened. You know, because we were obviously made to hate. I totally hate. Oh, that's because I don't know Pocus, isn't it? Because Pocus is just mental, right? I'm not losing it. Like, or is it something else? Because I think it's, yeah, because I don't know Pocus, that's why I don't know that Electric is good. So, yeah. Let's go after them. That should get rid of them pretty quick. That shouldn't do that much. Embers is going to do a fair amount. I'm not happy about that, but, you know, here we are. But DC Beam should still be quick enough. So we'll just do a Fierce Claw there and the DC Beam there. We'll just kind of take it easy. We'll see who comes out, you know. But getting rid of one with only losing half health on another is pretty good. Okay, Kazuma's a little damaged now. Not big fan of that, but here we are. Nestla. Okay, so Electric's not going to be as good at this point. Neither is Fire. So let's go ahead. Probably best to go with... Against the Raikan, Bun Bun's good, but the problem is Bun Bun's going to go down very quickly. So it might be better to go Nidrasil, knowing the Fire is going to do some damage. Because that's probably has Electric synthesized, which means we can't use Electric moves here. Okay, I'm gonna peek. Who does Max usually use? Do I need my... I think I... Oh wait, no, I still need my Electric Tem for going against the Digital Donut. Yeah, so I need to keep Kazuma. I think you'd enjoy a Tuvine. Tuvine is the one that's Crystal Wind, right? Remember correctly? Yeah, yeah. Probably. Hits like a truck. Yeah, I mean, I've looked at the two eyes and definitely I'm wanting to get one of each. Like, no joke. I'm gonna want each one like a collection of EVs and their evolutions. Like, it's gonna be a thing, but. Yeah, I don't think I can keep Kazuma out. So best probably is to put out Bun Bun, who's the least likely to survive anyway. Whew. I don't want to lose to Max again. Now, if I use a ton of revives that I have saved up that I've bought for this reason, so be it. But I'm just like, I don't want to lose to Max. I'm okay losing to others, but I'm not okay to losing to Max again. So Electric there is not going to do nearly anything, so that's fine. Fire Tornado on Bun Bun? Yes, okay, that's where we would want it to hit, if anything. The Earth one and Water one have two good traits, so I was like, dang, do I want 2 of each of those? That is the other issue, is obviously now. And the nice part is obviously once you get to the shrines, you can start catching more 2i. That's the part that I'm like, yeah, you can still get them. Because I was actually really worried. I was like, do I only get one for during this time? Like they haven't unlocked the new area, and then I saw the shrines had. I'm like, oh, we're good, we're fine. But you know, because otherwise I'm like, I could breed off of this one, but I don't think it's gonna go too well. So only need like 5 I don't see an issue. I mean, that's why I was like, I saw one. So that one that I saw that I showed off earlier, where it was like 5. It was 5 of 7 at 50. All completely green. 38 being the lowest at hit points. And for 12,000. Like, now maybe the trait is off where it's supposed to be, I don't know. Maybe there's something with it that I didn't realize in terms of fertility that's not working out well, but I was like, that seemed like a steal to have just a general good stat 2i. I don't know. I'm like, I'm willing to invest in that kind of thing. Like, that seemed like a very good investment for me. Yes, 12,000 early, like, yeah, that was, a quarter of what I had in hand, but that still seemed a really good investment, in fairness, so... Like, if it wasn't level 1, I'd probably be using it now, if I actually leveled it up and gotten it correct TVs and all that sort of thing. But that's kind of one of those ones where I'm like, I need to be careful on the TVs on that one on purpose. Okay, I should actually be doing things. Toxic ink is probably better there. And... Stone... Well, I can't burn Raikan. So Mud Shower is probably just best to go with in terms of efficiency, yeah. Oh, nope, Bun Bun's gone anyway. I knew Bun Bun was going to be gone. It was more just kind of being... Right? 12k? I was like, that seems... I mean, not low. I mean, again, I'm not saying it's low. I'm not trying to, like, intimidate new players and be like, yeah, just drop 12,000 Pansuns, you know? But, like, that seemed really good for what it was worth. I think I probably can bring up Barnsey now. Actually, Size Bunch is probably safe, let's be honest here. Because I'm going to get rid of the Nestla pretty quickly here. And then... Yeah, it just makes sense to start getting rid of the Raikan. As quickly as possible. Electric Storm shouldn't do a ton. Yeah, that really didn't do much at all, which is very good that that was what was wasted. Nidrissal's close to going down. Possibly will. We're going to find out. Raikan's basically out of experience, so that's good. Oh, no, Nidrissal did not go down, so I can still switch them out, which is good. Oh, I forgot about the Luma Barnsey that they have. This is just... That's the part where I'm like, I hate this. I hate the fact that they have a Luma that early, because it was like that moment of like, should I have one yet? Is that what you're trying to tell me, game? And it was just... I'm like, no, I know I don't need it, but... Okay, I know probably Nidrissal's gonna go down. But does it make sense to try and take down Raikan first, maybe? Before that happens? Oh, well there's a Hypoxia, so it didn't matter, but I was like... Because I'm probably gonna bring out... that. Oh, neutrality though, that's annoying. Oh, and the fire turning. Well, wait, besides Bunch is fire. Yeah, so that's actually not that good. And that actually took down Raikan for me, which is nice. So they're down to 3, and I have 4 Tem. I'm bringing out Kazuma specifically because of the electric move. Oh my gosh. Okay, I might actually just need to heal. Oh no, it has Electric Storm. Okay. Actually, no. So I'm going to do Electric Storm, and I'm specifically going to use a healing item. I don't think I need a Balm Plus. I don't need a Balm Plus Plus. Yeah, let's just do this. But I'm like, I want Kazuma to live. Oh, actually, Kazuma would have made it. But, like, this is going to hit, like, a truck on both of them. That was really good. And the Lightning Rod doesn't matter then. Oh, that's so good. Electric shouldn't do a ton there. Yeah. I actually might have the right team against Max. I actually was not looking at Max, I was looking at teams, but... Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I knew that. I was hoping Barnsey would go down, but... I'm gonna try that. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try and... use this first. To get rid of Barnsey. to then open up electric move onto, that was going to happen there anyway. Oh, they're also electric, aren't they? I didn't know the evolution had electric. That's actually a really good Tem pairing. I really hate that. That seems like if that ever becomes a Tem we can... No, it's only just regular. Why is it, like, not... It has something to do with its ability, doesn't it? It's probably an ability that I don't know what the ability is or something, where it doesn't let it... Yeah, the trait. Yeah, I was like, it's probably the trait, isn't it? I mean, does it matter at this point? Well, it has an electric move, so probably Raikan's the better option to bring out at this point. Just the general beefy Tem. Oh, yeah, well, there's Crystal. So yeah, that was a good move. Electric Storm again, sure, and then let's just do a Fire Tornado on Tuvine. I mean, that might just get rid of Tuvine, to be fair. But if not, I have the Electrical Storm to hit it too. Yeah! Okay, so Raikan was a good choice. Note to previous, commending my previous self for being like, hey, fire against Crystal. I really should probably do that. It's funny because the Raikan, I think, was actually... I think the Raikan was the one that was bred for just leveling up to get to Raikan, because it was another, 3. So, I am very happy about that case. Let's just go all out on here. Yes. Max is defeated. You must think I accomplished something. Kicking your ass? Like, yeah, I accomplished that. Me, nothing. They will. Max, listen, you... Oh. I do kind of want Max to realize that's a problem, but I think this is too early in the story for that to happen, is the problem. Absolute incompetence. How could those savages climb the walls under your very nose? General, the resistance is in the city. They're pouring through the gates. The gates are open and terrible. I'll have all of you court-martialed. I should have chosen Tataru as deterrents and officers instead of... Wow, that is mean. Well, yeah, I don't hate Max. I feel like Max is misguided, and unfortunately, I will say a lot of that I'm going to blame on Professor Constantinos, because it was kind of like, oh, by the way, you're a new tamer? Here, let me give you these 2 Tems, where Max, oh, you already have one, you don't need one. It's just like, that's rude. That is really rude. Like, I would feel jealous. That's fair. That actually might be interesting if there's a story behind that, but it definitely seems like coming in, Max has always been kind of discounted or like in the shadow of you almost. And so you've almost made your own villain, which makes sense. In a lot of these games you have that sort of thing, but it's just one of those that's like, yeah, they do set us up to hate Max very quickly, which I think is supposed to make it so it's your rival, but I've seen other ones have it where your rival isn't one that's like hated. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, I kind of like having us rival in it, but yeah, you are right, though. They basically set us up where we have to immediately hate Max and be like, you are so idiotic. Why? Why are you this way? I mean, it does make sense so that already Max is in Clan Belsoto, is basically what it's hinting at, because Clan Belsoto is the one that's digital. Or at least is, like, fighting to get digital. So, like, obviously, Max, I believe, at day 1 is already with Clan Belsoto. I would be curious on the direction of why that's the case, yes. Why Max is already mad to the point of turning to Belsoto just to get a digital Tem. Kill them, General, but how do you kill someone? You serve under me and you don't know that simple art? My word, I don't know what Lady Luddy saw in you or the boss. But General, sure. We have TemTem, and TemTem are wild beasts at heart. Why? Suddenly you're squeamish about a little bit of blood? Round him up and send him to the down below. Or go back to your little nursery dojo. I have no time or patience for weaklings. Oh. See, you do kind of feel bad though for because like they're obviously just trying to find acceptance and a community, and obviously it's just like they've always been in the shadow of someone or pushed aside. It's just like they're just desperate for some belonging. That's all. Like that's all. It's like I actually am kind of at the point where I'm like I don't hate Max. I feel bad that Max exists, and I'm like I want to fix that issue in this game. That's I'm like I hope later it's the idea that you can fix that, but. At the same time, it might be something where instead it's just one of those kind of things where your rival is always the rival and always mad at you. I don't know. Press the advantage. Are you hurt? I'm fine. Our latest intel has been the general coordinating defense from the airship terminal. We must capture him before he boards an airship. Go, go, go. Hopefully the next update has a good chunkster. I feel like you'd have to, because... what do you, like, okay, just thinking, if you're kind of in charge of story for TemTem at this point, and this is your 4th island story, there is a war across the continent, you have to have something to continue that level of story. And so I'm guessing there's got to be some big chunk thing that's going to happen. I don't know how this ends, obviously, I'm about to find out, but pretty soon here, but there's definitely a moment of like, huh, that's, yeah, I'm like, it's just, how could you do something of this caliber and not have the next portion be absolutely bonkers? Is kind of where I'm at this point. Like, I think it just sets you up for so many... It sets you up for so much of it. Oh, here's a battle. Clan Belsota prevails. Out of my way, invader. Okay. More battling. We've taken down Max Town. I mean, what could the rest be like at this point? I say that knowing full well I could get in trouble with that, but... Ember's there. You know what? Let's just get rid of Gaialis at this point. Let's just do as much as we can and just try to, like, one-shot it, basically. It's probably just better to do that. Ember's against Barn Sheet, doesn't get burned. That seems fine. Nesla, that seems pretty bad against the ones we have currently, so... Let's go ahead and swap you out for... Kazuma's probably good. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, but then, yeah, so I actually need to swap out like both of these. So let's go... Oh, it's kind of like, oh, now what? Let's bring out Size Munch, probably, just as a general good option to get rid of the Mastione. Or no, Mastione is just fire, isn't it? Yeah, let's just bring out very good Tem. That's a good option. Just switch to the really good Tem and go for it. I think that's the best way to go. This also gets some good experience going across the team. Yep, Tesla Prison against Nidrisol, not bad. That's a good pull of a move. That doesn't not gonna do much. Meteor Swarm. It's probably gonna hit Nidrisol pretty bad. Yeah, not actually as bad as I would have thought there. Toxic is gonna be better there. Okay, Nestle's gone. I like it. I like it. That's gonna help out a lot. I'm gonna switch out Nidrisol here, I think. Just in case. Let's do a nice Inner Spirit there and swap you. Oh, I meant to swap for Bun Bun just in case, but now I'm realizing Bun Bun's getting experience anyway, so it doesn't actually make a huge difference. So. Oh. That move just looks so cool. I'm just always so happy to use it. Self-esteem. Wait. Oh, I never checked what the new trait was. Like, my brain's just always like on Brawny now. I need to actually see what that is. What is self-esteem? When attacking, removes all negative status conditions if the target gets knocked out. That's actually pretty good. So you just have to get rid of... Yeah, you just have to get rid of your target. and remove things like poison or, you know, exhaustion or trapped. The other trait, oh, I could look it up too, I realize. Let's see. What's the other one? Earthbound. When attacking with an earth technique, gets defense up. That's actually kind of cool too, yeah. I presume you probably get more earth moves then, because I don't think there's many earth moves. As far as I remember. Yeah, there's literally just Sand Splatter currently. So I presume you probably get one more earth move here before the end. I also just realized I've been considering Size Munch as melee fire because I think just my preconceived notions of what I expect to see from a fire-looking monkey. I just realized it's earth. Well then, that actually makes a huge difference in terms of how it was fighting. Oh, something is coming. Oh, good. Oh, good. Because I'm like, I do actually want a good earth move on it. Because that, then, I mean, if I have the earth type, I really don't need, Bun Bun. Because that was kind of, well, and then I still need Crystal, that was the problem, I guess. Maybe that's when I do bring in the Shuin. Maybe I need to switch it out now before it's too late. Let's do it. Shuin's about the same level. Let's do it. It's a fair question. How close are we? Because isn't the cap here in like one level? Should I just level up Size Munch to max to get that move? Yes, okay. That tells me everything I need. Okay, let's just go ahead, get Shuin here with some nice moves, just for Crystal if I need it kind of thing. And then let's do that level up. Well, let's heal first, because then otherwise I'll forget to do that. I already used like 15, yeah. It's at some level of it, and like I have 2 left, so it's not like I'm using my last one, right? So growth enhancer, Size Munch. Okay, what is it? I am probably not doing it with a melee, but yeah, that is still pretty good. Probably gonna use that instead of. I mean, how much better is... Yeah, Inner Spirit is kind of worth that jump in stuff. Maybe it makes sense just to go ahead and put that instead of Martial Strike. I haven't really been using Martial Strike. We're gonna put it in there for right now. Yes, I have maxed out my Size Munch and now can... Now, what I'm curious actually is I would take Heat Up or Show Off for sure. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm not teching as I think I need to. Okay, so Show Off just gets attack. I won't get Vigor because I don't have any other one there. Or Heat Up. It's just a lot of attack. I feel like just stamina seems like an issue for all that though, but well, let's see. Show Off is the cheaper version, but doesn't do as much attack, it looks like. Yeah, either one does help a lot. Like, I definitely agree there. The only thing I look up in specific... Yeah, neither of them triggers more than having... Yeah, so I guess it's more of just, like, which one to get rid of, then. I mean, I guess if I do this... Because I don't necessarily need to have Inner Spirit. I really have just kind of used it when I felt like it having it. But then at that point, I'd probably want to take Martial Strike as another... And that's perfect. Oh no, Perfect Jab is not quite worth it, I think. Yeah, maybe it's just this kind of thing. I just go that direction. Let's try this. We can always change it later, but I'm like, I think that's gonna work out. Yeah, let's do it. Because I still want the melee for all the crystal I've been dealing with. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to lose my melee, but I do want some stuff, yeah. Let's go with it. Let's do it. I'm just... Okay, this is going to be a battle. I saw it right away. I was like, oh, that's a battle. My men will... And I will never surrender. My men and you your men and you are going to be defeated, so fine. Okay, I don't have the mental move yet for Teteru. So, pile onto Nidrasil with moves that will destroy it. Goodbye. That does have Toxic Pharrell, that's the question. Yes, it does. So, some poison on Raikan. Not my favorite, but it happens. Okay, who's your other Tem? Oh, Meteor Swarm. I was wondering when I was getting it. It was coming up soon. I don't think I use Fire Flame much. Let's just do that. Meteor Swarm. Yeah. Okay, I don't think Raikan is in the right spot anymore. I think that's just going to cause issues. So, let's switch to Kazuma. Yeah, Kazuma makes the most sense. And let's use the Psy Surge on Teteru. Yeah, I'm hitting all the nice, like, here's the big move you've been waiting for kind of times. And I'm like, yes, I love it. I love it. Oh, that's a fair amount of damage to Teteru. Nice. That shouldn't do a ton. Yeah, doesn't do much. Kazuma should have Electrical Storm now, which was the idea. And it's not going to do much, but I'll do Wind Burst on a Vol... Oh, actually, no, that's right. Volrend, it actually doesn't do a huge... This shouldn't do much, right? Yeah, it's Wind. Okay. But it does get the speed up for Volrend. Okay, I do know that whole tactic where you do that move and you get your speed up and then it gets stronger and stronger, but... That should wipe both, right? Yeah. Both at once. I like it. That's the way to do it. Okay, so that's the captain. Probably have a lot more to battle, don't we? I'm actually realizing I'm glad that we did trigger this when we did, because I'm like, I probably have a lot more to go, don't we? A lot of battling, but that's good, because we're getting a lot of experience on things then, and we'll just be heel scummers, you know, or whatever it is. We'll just make sure that we're prepared for each battle. How about Shuin just hasn't gotten that much experience yet, but we'll get there. They're more just there in case I need crystal. Like, there's no other way to do what I need to do, so... I don't think I'll get there, but... Oh wow, yeah, there's like them on each side. This is crazy. I didn't sign up for this. Whatever your orders are, you must know it's not how it's supposed to be. Too late, Invader. But I never wanted any part of this. I was imposed it. The General forced us. I do feel like there are a lot of things that the team has pointed out that, you know, there are a lot of things that I feel, yeah, it's definitely where, it kind of mimics current events. I've noticed where it's like, yeah, this definitely feels familiar. There's certain comments. I'm like, that's one of those comments where I'm like, that seems very familiar. I think there's a lot of commentary in this section. I've noticed a lot of commentary. I'll put it that way, just in terms of different things where you're like, that's definitely something where it was built around this time in terms of story-wise. After the pandemic started, I guess. Ooh, Barnshee level up. I like it. Okay, Barnshee does not make sense anymore, but Meteor Swarm is nice, so we're going to do that. And hit both of them. And then we're going to swap you out for... Kazuma makes the most sense. Yeah, Kazuma makes the most sense. Period. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, yeah, it makes the most sense. Okay, Tornado on Raikan. That probably shouldn't do too much. Yeah, it did a chunk, but Grandpa also damaged themselves, so Crystal Spike against Kazuma. Rock Shield should mitigate some of that. Meteor Swarm, let's see it. Yeah. Oof. That's destroying the mix. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, who's the last one? Corrin. Fair enough. Probably gonna swap this out then for Nidrasol. Nah, for Size Munch. Yeah, Size Munch, and then DCP Mon Grandpa. I do feel like this like gauntlet of events is definitely kind of getting me more in the thinking mood of having to figure out, okay, what do I need to actually do here? But I actually feel, and again, I always am looking for influences of where like Pokemon or other games have influenced this game. It just makes sense to do so. I mean, hell, now that I've seen it, there's a Mario and Luigi reference in the new portion of Stardew Valley. I'm just like, yeah, I need to. You know, I always am looking for it. And this gauntlet feels very Team Rocket Bridge, like back in Cerulean City. But I'm probably looking into things more than they actually are. But at the same time, I'm going to. I just always will. I'm done. You want the general? Then hurry. He's getting ready to escape. You see, you've learned. You're like, you know what? This probably is not a smart move. I'm gonna say no. You're good. Go on. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're gonna put Kazuma in then next. Just gonna swap it up. Yeah, the only thing I'm annoyed with him, like, get rid of this barricade, because I have to keep running around to get to the heal area. And I'm like, you already know I got here. Just let me have it. Oh wow, that one actually saw me from over there. That's crazy. No, you'll not get our general alive. You're wrong, I will. You'll see, do your worst. Okay, lots of earth. Which I probably don't have the right Tem for, so let's go ahead and swap you for sure to Size Munch. And you to Nidrasol. That should do it. I know I'm doing a lot of swapping, but I'm like, at the same time, like, I'm not playing competitive. It's not like they're going to swap in relation to me swapping, so. Using Heat Up, so I need to get rid of that one next, for certain. Not that there really was any contest, but. Yeah, let's do this. I was like, it's probably going to go away, but just in case, it's probably better to do the spread. Stop hitting Size Munch. So mean. But yeah, Kazuma. Okay. Yeah, it's probably better just to do that over there and Toxic Ink up there. Get rid of Mudrid. Whenever you get rid of one of them, it just saves you more damage for sure. Oh, that's right, Self-Esteem. That is really good. Like, holy crap. Just the ability to lose 3 turns of burn in a battle is... Oh, that's so good. I do like Self-Esteem. I also see the benefit of the other one, like, not say, like, the higher defense every time you use an Earth move when I'm seeing all the Earth moves. Totally get it. But the ability just to remove something bad like that is just, it can swing something so bad when someone's like, oh, they're going to be poisoned for 3 turns, or, oh, they're, you know, cold, we're going to freeze them next turn. It's like, no, you're not. you're not. And that's just great. I love it. Okay. Oh. I'm happy I picked nice Maisie. I'm like, I'm probably gonna like this Maisie eventually, and I'm like, sure enough, I'm absolutely enjoying. I've enjoyed throughout it, really. Such a good Tem. Because I knew at the beginning, like, that is one thing I had spoiled for me right away, is that you could only get one Tem at that point when I started up in the wild, which was Crystal. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna go Crystal then. Just because that, although that might be a good move for beginning based on what I was seeing, but that wouldn't be good in general. No, like because I can catch it later. Let's not worry about that. So I was like, okay, well I have Smazy or I have Hochi. Well, I'm probably gonna go Smazy because I just feel like that's a better way to brute force. I was like, physical attack is probably better in the beginning based on general moves. Like I was going that route, not even knowing I was completely wrong on TemTem. But I'm beating Flea. Okay, we got to the Brigadier. So what we got left? We got. Was this the Colonel? Yeah. So what do we have left? We have the. Oh, we basically have the bridge, is the way I'm gonna put it. Like the end portions. So let's definitely go back and heal. I mean, not that we took that much damage in that battle, but I'm like, it's better to have full health going into any of these. So, using the vial and everything. I did notice you mentioned, and it looks like I probably missed it, but yeah, why the healing section's on the side and PC in the middle. I think that's the idea of later on. Let's see, because later on what I've seen is I use the healing sections less. Like, I use that out when I'm in the wild areas where there's the mini Temporiums. I use these a lot more when it comes to Temporium. Like, I'm running in there quick to trade with somebody or that kind of thing. So that might be why. I mean, it also just, it looks better in general, but I also definitely see where it could be swapped. Like, I understand both sides of the coin. But yes, I do know what you mean by the healing seems a little far away from the door in terms of a quick run in, run out. But in terms of the layout, yeah, it looks pretty, and I see where that goes. But yeah, I can see in terms of utility, it's a little weird. But yeah, I see though. It really depends on what you're using it for. Is the thing. Okay, let's go take on. I don't think it's General X. Yeah, I think I've won before then, right? Yeah. What is it? And actually, I need to look up what that picture was. What is the win rate that was against General X? It's absolutely bonkers low, and I'm like, oh gosh, I am not looking forward to that fight when I first noticed that. But let's see. Not media. I want to look at Twitter feed probably. And what was it? I'm trying to remember. It was like something where I looked at that. I was like, oh, I have to fight that at some point. Of course, now I'm like, I can't find it because it was a while ago, I guess. I just realized they used to tweet out the weekly resets. Oh, well, that'd be kind of cool. Huh. Okay, I must have went too far. I thought somewhere it mentions like, hey, here's some cool stats about, oh, they're there. Yeah, here we go. I must have just passed them. Yeah, 2.7% of players actually win against General X. I was just like, ugh. DJ Bolzer, hello from Chicago. We have a few people from Chicago or Northern Illinois that seem to end up around here, so you are in good company for sure. Obviously, also the name, you're in very good company for our streams tonight. If you don't know, TemTem is very similar. Or you might have found me just because you found me on TemTem. But actually, fair question. And I seem very hyper right now. I'm actually not. I don't know why, but my brain's scattered. Did you find me by TemTem? I'm actually curious about a lot of this because I actually thought I knew how a lot of people were finding our channel, and I've been wrong a lot. So I'm actually kind of curious. Like what did you find in our channel? That was fun. But yeah, 2.7% of players win against General X, compared to over half of players win against Max on the first thing before the Narwhal. And I'm like, I lost that. What chance do I have against General X? So you fool, you have no idea who you're messing with. A bunch of bad cosplayers. I have to. If you're one to talk, you want to be gorilla. Oh, I love it. I am a wannabe gorilla, but I also have a beautiful, beautiful chimpanzee. No. Okay, what do we got? That's gonna do a lot there. Swap you out probably for size munch. Yeah, probably gonna make the most sense. Because that'll be better against full crane. Oh, raising the speed of the Volcrane, interesting. Yeah, I'll just do more Embers over. Well, let's see, what's better priority? Yeah, Embers would probably make sense. And then uppercut there. That'll get rid of Luali, so that's good. So that's 1 of 5 down. Raikan's gonna go really low. Yeah, that's what I expected. Oh, Volcrane overexerted. I didn't even notice that until just now. Okay, we got a mental on the field. I could just Fire Tornado and uppercut and try to get rid of Pocus. Which seems really silly because melee's not going to do that great, but like Fire Tornado might be enough to finish it with the Fire Chip. Haha! It was not exactly the most advised move, but I'll take it. Okay, Calibus. Probably not the best play. You know, definitely don't want Raikan out anymore at this point. I've definitely learned that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a Martial Strike on the Volcrane, though, to get rid of it right away. Because we keep hitting them with just one Tem, we eventually get to the point where they just don't damage us much, so. There we go, Volcrane's out. Nice. So we're down to the last 2. Ooh, Grumper, fair enough. I think Allergic Spread's a good idea, and yeah, let's just keep putting that uppercut out, I guess. Just keep wreaking havoc on their team. Okay, with Calibus, I don't think they can be. Yeah, because they have poison, so they can't be toxic. Swapping this to Kizuma probably makes the most sense. Just knowing what move they might have, what moves they might be using. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Let's just use Electric Storm. It doesn't hit 2 things, but to be fair, I just really need to get rid of Calibus at this point, so. I always love seeing the interaction between Toxic Skin and the fact that Nidrasil is toxic. It's great. That, yeah, that should be finishing off General X. Okay. How much? I'm actually curious if we've been making. Yeah, we've been making a fair amount of money. I mean, that's like 8,000 during the stream alone. We're still going to Tabassan's File, just because at this point, as far as I understand, we're probably on to General X at this point. Okay. Just take the deep breaths. We're going to do what we need to do. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. Hopefully it's going to go well, and we're going to see. Yes. Okay. I am going to cheat a little bit. I am kind of looking at what's... I don't even know what Tem you are. What the hell? You're a mental Tem. Okay. So... these 2? Yeah, let's try it. Or, no, maybe... No, because I want the mental Tem against Size Munch. I want to save Size Munch for later. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm not expected to win this, which is why I think I'm more willing to do it at this point. Okay, can't go in there yet, whatever's in there. Let's just do this. Let's just trigger the battle. But General, sir, enough! I should have never tolerated your failure to deal with that Tesla Volt's Doja Cat? Is that where I'm going with it? Wow. I am having a night. You know, sometimes you just have a night. You have a Monday, you have a night. It just happens, you know. The puppet and Tukma. Sir, with all due respect, that's not what I said enough. I don't care what you want. You were happy enough to accept the prestige and top-notch TemTem, and now you want to balk at your duties? This isn't some wishy-washy dojo. This is Clan Bel Soto, and you shall follow orders. You what? You are ashamed to denizen the clan. Get in that airship and shut up, for I'm sorely tempted to leave you here with that precious sweetheart of yours. He is not my... Wait, are we actually sweethearts? Because that would be awesome. Like, don't tempt me with this. Ah, the other weakling. I will not. This isn't right. It's one thing to rule Kisiwa, but this is a step too far. Step too far? Yes, sir, with all due respect. With all due respect, Max, let me show you the meaning of a step too far. Wait, what? I mean, they have been alluding that there's something down there. Oh my goodness, oh, holy Matt, I mean, feel free to... Well, actually, do we know? That's actually a question. Do we know if Max is saved or not? Or is that a cliffhanger that's going to keep going until Sapanku? Oh my god. Cliff, yeah, actually I just realized that is a terrible pun to make right now after what just happened. Oh my goodness. Okay. Murdering your own? Yes, and what of it? They were suddenly your friend? Max would go on and on and on about how you're always one-upping them. How you always got all the praise and see, this is what I'm saying. Like, literally Max was always feeling in the shadow, never got, you know, never got the verification that they needed, the, you know, hey, you're doing great kind of thing. And, like, how they stole their thunder on their apprentice Eve, you know. And now you're sorry for them? What's our friendship? If it wasn't for your bullying, they would never joined us. They were just troubled. You're a fragile, spoiled brat just like you. No real cause to fight for since this archipelago hasn't seen a glorious war in centuries. They chose their side better than you, but under the surface you're just the same. Whew. Whew. This is wow. I mean, at least they have a lot of confidence and conviction for their cause. I will give them that. Okay, so obviously it's not a huge issue if I lose this fight. Because, one, the levels are so high up that it seems not possible. Clip that as our actually sweetheart. Oh, like clip me doing it? Is that what you're saying? I mean, if so, I will totally put that in highlights if you have. Yes, I am totally up for that fact, if that's the case. Yes, just did. Yes. Totally on board with this. Oh my gosh, they actually retreat? No, this is not okay. This is not okay. They are not allowed to retreat. They are an NPC. This is not cool. Oh my god, I am so doomed. How do people win this? Do you, like, prepare a perfect team against it? Like, ahead of time of max level, like, knowing it's coming up or something? Like, how did 2% of people just happen to win this? Like, I call foul. There's no way. No way. I'm gonna try to take down one Tem. Probably not going to. Yes, people on their second accounts. Okay. I'm like, wait a second here. Because, like, I am barely doing a dent. And yeah, I know I'm not the best Tem, but, like, still. And I could sit here and do items, but I also at this point know I can lose, so. He does only have 4 Tem. That is, I will give you that. That's fair. But at the same time, I'm like, well, let's put Shuin out. What's the worst that can happen? They're just going to destroy Shuin anyway. So might as well get my little crystal dragon out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's well, and that's actually the thing that I thought was funny was, yeah, I presume he's going to come back as a villain later. That's the whole idea. But I actually thought that was the case with Max in the second battle, because the first battle you do lose to Max. Like, that's the whole point. It's just like, okay, like there's no way to defeat it. You have a digital, like it's going to happen. But the second one, I thought it was the same way, was that you were going to continue to lose to Max. At that point, it was like a learning lesson of like, oh, hey, Max is always better than you. But then I learned that you're supposed, like, you have a chance of winning the battle with Max. I was like, oh, well, obviously I'm doing something wrong. So I just have, like, always been prepared just in case Max is around the corner. Just knowing that could happen. And Barnsheet, I don't know. I'm like, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's 50. I mean, especially when you talk about second accounts now, it makes a lot more sense how 50% of people actually beat max. Because like, if I knew it was coming, I could have prepared for it probably. Like, I would have been fine. The thing is, I had prepared a team because I didn't really know how everything worked. So I prepared a team in preparation for going to Omninisa needing fire and nature. So I was like preparing the team around that. And so my team was terrible against Max because I had only prepared for 2 types, not realizing I was supposed to prepare for more. So, yeah, no, it's definitely something where, there. Well, I mean, let's see if I can do anything to Cesare. Probably not, but oof. I think the only way this would have been like even like more so like to really bring in the fact of like you're supposed to lose this. I think if they had actually made it where all 4 of them were Lumas, which they still could do, but like I feel like that would have been the way to say like, yeah, there's no way you're beating this, tamer unless you really know that you're coming up against it. Like it's okay to lose to it kind of thing. Like, yeah, like if all of them were just that. Oh my god, piercing wheel. Can you even get that move yet? Holy crap. Is that a move that it can have? So I might actually want a Cesare. Oh yeah, it does. 55. Okay, you can get that. I was like for a second, I'm like, but yeah, 4 Lumas would be hilarious because you would just be like, well, I guess I lose. Like there's just like you're just in trouble. But yeah, I could see if you had like a competitive level team, you probably could take on General X. Yes, like if you prepared for it, had that sort of thing. But like in just oh yeah, by the way, this is just gonna be really 25 levels above anything you faced. Well, no, we've gotten 62. So, like, 20 levels above anything you faced, and there's 4 of them instead of just 1 or 2. And they're actually switching out and doing better at battling, yeah. And now, if I had time for further amusement, I'd let my feral Tems feed on you. But I have some drastic strategic readjustments to make. You must have been truly exhausted. I mean, yeah, yeah. We won? Safe and sound, yes, we won. Kisiwa won, and with it the whole archipelago. Far from it, very far. Nothing hurts too much. About Max. Yes, I heard. How do you feel about what happened? They didn't deserve that. They really didn't deserve that. That was, like, no. Nobody does. No. Here in Kisiwa, Clan Belsoto show its true colors. They'll stop at nothing, not even murder, to control the archipelago. I'm sorry, Tessabolts. I arrived too late to catch General X before he jumped on the last Belsoto ship. We failed then. Don't be like that, Tessabolts. Well, something I'm curious, and maybe you know all at this point already. Even if you beat General X, do they get away? Like, it doesn't actually change the story if you beat General X, not like choose your own adventure kind of thing. I would presume they get away. The same way that, like, I guess the best way to look at it would be like if you, like, obviously when you lose it. We hated Max and felt bad for him. They made a glimmer of hope of a love interest only for it to be ripped away. Yeah, basically. Pretty sure same thing happens. Okay, cool. I would presume so, because, like, you wouldn't want to have a whole other storyline just in case you beat a battle that you technically aren't equipped to win, unless you really go for it. Musa sent word to all the Dojo Masters of the archipelago, summoning them for an extraordinary council here in Uhuru. All of them? Yeah, isn't that something? I've never heard anything like it. Whether we want it or not, things are moving fast. The whole archipelago has had a rude awakening. We're expected at the Congress, by the way. You and me. Are you a Dojo Master? Yes, and I'm also the Queen of Arbory. Did you hit your head that hard, Decibels? Come on, get your kit. They want to hear our version of this whole imbroglio. This is where I learn a lot from TemTem, because they are not afraid to use some words. Imbroglio. Imbroglio. An extremely confused, complicated, embarrassing situation. Gotcha. Fair enough. It's getting late. I'll run ahead, but don't tarry. We're at Umoja Square in the upper district, close to the airship terminal. Don't make the Dojo Masters wait. Okay. Fair enough. We're just in a hotel kind of thing. Are there any trashes to check? Because if I've learned anything, you can get a lot from trash. Especially in these hotels. I know I'm checking jest drawers and they're not actually trash, but what a time to be in Kisiwa. I'll tell my grandchildren I was there when the greatest battle of our time. Are they done with the celebrations? I need to catch some shut-eye. That's actually fair, like, if you're tired. No, no trash, really. There's no trash in there. I visited Aristotle a month ago, and the place I was staying at was so similar. These hotel chains, huh? Yeah, does look a lot like the same layout, but I think that's the point, is, like, so they don't have to redo any sprites or things. But... nope, no trash over here. Just a very empty place. Oh, they healed my Tem, so that's nice. Gonna take it nice and slow. Have another coffee, read a book. I have earned it. Yeah, you have. I'm fine. Just really a few bruises and scratches from a Belsoto's feral bun bun. So sad what they do to the poor creatures. That's actually fair. I mean, like, you know, they probably, in order to get results, might mistreat them or something. Do you have a good night's rest? You look so much better. I don't remember coming here. No wonder. You were carried here unconscious by a friend of mine from the Resistance and this handsome dude in a trench coat. Carlos. Yes. I like the address is like, yeah, he's supposed to be pretty. Like, he's supposed to be. They say you needed a room. The Belsoto commandeered the hotel during the occupation. There was little we could do about it, but I'm very proud of at least providing shelter for the wounded at the Battle of Uhuru. Least we can do. Fair enough. So where am I in the city is the question. I'm up here. Okay, cool, cool. Well, if I don't want to progress the story, I could go explore, but cause I don't know if I want to progress the story right now, because it's late enough at night that I don't think I want to do that. So I might go and just try to, like, check to see if I can turn in a quest or something at this point, because the war is technically over, so I think that would count. Oh no, I don't want to look there. I want to... Yeah, because I can sail back over to there and try to go to that quest if I want. But yeah, there's also just quests to claim, so I'm like, I might want to just go there and do that. So yeah, that's the hotel, okay. Oh, that's where the fruit shop, or not fruit, like candy shop, I think that is. Something like that. Okay, so that's down there. Yeah, obviously it wants us to go in there to do something eventually, but yeah, if we want to go, actually if we want to just go over there, there's a lot of quests to grab. And that's usually a good thing, those are usually good things to do off camera, some of the quests, because just there's a lot of fetching or something, so. Okay, what do you want? Hey Tamer, it's nice to be able to have friendly TemTem battles again, isn't it? Yes, I prefer them friendly. Me too! I love TemTem taming and fighting, but I hated doing it when everything had to be training to battle the Belsoto. It feels like it taints the beauty of it. Fair. I'm glad for y'all, but for me, this whole thing has kind of sucked all the joy out of it. I don't feel like TemTeming up anymore. Cheer up, I'm sure you'll get the hype again. Just gotta take a few days off and relax. Anyway, why don't we have a little exhibition battle? Sure. I mean, I didn't know it was gonna be a quest. The quest was gonna be a battle, but here we are. Kizuma and Nidrasol. I probably should switch you for Raikan. Yeah, switch you for Raikan. And then Sharpleaf on the Volphy? Yeah, that seems fine. Just, you know, trigger another battle, why not? Okay, that's not gonna do much to Raikan, so that's good, but used a lot of his stamina. Crystal shouldn't do much at all, because that's the whole point of why I have that out. Meteor Swarm and a Sharpleaf. That's probably good, actually. Oh no. Oh gosh. That is a good move. I don't like it. Crystal against that. Again, probably won't do too much, but overexertion. Good. Let's get Seismunch out there and start dealing with that Zenareth. Uppercut and no, Toxic does not work nicely. Sharpleaf. Yeah, maybe it's better just to do allergic spread just to get more damage. There we go, got rid of the Zenareth. That's important. Roller. Okay, we have a mental left, so it's not too bad. Cool, we got rid of the roller before it even attacked. I like it, I like it. That's gone. Cool. Battle. Done. I like it. That was a cool fight. Yeah, maybe I'd like to TemTem up. Yes. Not with you, though. I know all your moves, Layato. Or Layato. Layato? Sure. So predictable. What? Want to TemTem up, Denizen? I like your style. Oh, so now I get to... Okay, well, I might as well use the vial quick and just do that then quick. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring Raikan back out, though, in the front. I think I just had swapped it up for the other battle, so... Go easy on me. No. Get rid of the grandpa, like, as soon as possible. It's probably the best move. That's annoying, but, you know, not the worst. That will get rid of Grandpa for sure. It'll hit Kapire for a lot. I didn't do as much as I thought it would for someone that just upped their attack 2 levels. Fire Tornado there, and we'll just do a Drill Impact over there. Yep, it's gonna do some damage. We knew that was gonna happen. Fire Tornado should get rid of Mixed Up pretty easily. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy I brought the Raikan, not gonna lie. That was one of the ones I was on the fence of, and I'm like, oh, you know, maybe not. And it's like, nope, that is coming in handy. There's a ton of crystal that was in here. Which makes sense, because I guess they were kind of messing with crystal when you actually think back to what they were doing at the volcano and everything. So, like, it makes sense they'd have a lot of crystal at this point. So. We're getting some good leveling up on the Shuin, too, which is nice. You're not that bad. You're being polite, but I'm just not cut out for this, I guess. I don't know. Perhaps if I had better TemTem, I could stand a chance. But like this, it's just not fun. And if you got 2 good Tems, that would be super nice of you. Say, could you get me an Oshiara? It's always been a dream of mine to have one. Or Oshiara. I keep saying Aria for some reason. I don't know why. It's always been my dream to have one, but no chance to find one in Kisiwa. Okay, so I have to go get an Oshiara. Okay, that's why I was like, let me do some of these missions, because then I know, like, I can go do that off stream. Like, I don't think people want to go watch me go try to catch one just to come all the way back here, basically, with it. I did realize that I probably should trigger the next portion, because I do want to have an airship terminal here. So actually, I probably should go do that quick. Yeah, I should probably do that quick. Okay, let me go do that. I just realized I'm like, if I don't trigger that now, I'm not going to have an airship terminal nearby, and that's going to be hell to go back to. And I'd like to thank all the Dojo Masters who answered our call, the call of the Kisiwa who are with us here today. Sophia, Tahani, Captain Coley of the Quetzal Volunteer Brigade, represented. Oh, interesting. So, what's her name? She didn't come. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, I love the look. Oh. I love Dr. Sasaya. Oh, I want to battle them so soon. Oh, that can't come out anytime sooner. If you have one already, you can breed. Yeah, but if I'm already going back to Omninesia, I might as well just go catch another one, right? I mean, just try to get a better one. Because I don't think I have a great one. I think I just have one. But I can check. representing the dons of both colleges. Interesting. There's no precedent in recent history, Tesselbolts. Dojo Master Tahani has the floor. Thank you. I shall be brief. Many of you have never heard the name of Clan Belsoto until today. I, however, have been investigating them for some time. While on a research trip to Denise, I heard of the ransacking of ancient ruins at Windward Fort. A certain Lady Lottie turned out to be behind these disturbances. I knew she had been associated with certain Arborian elements a long time ago, so I decided to have the matter professionally investigated. Whose I'd like to call a witness. Please, Carlos? And Tesselbolts, I was wondering what you've been up to. By the Solaro, Tesselbolts? Tesla. Literally, Dr. Sasaya is the only one we haven't met. It's just funny. Recognizes Carlos and Tesselbolts of Denise. They are both members of the Resistance and served honorably in the Battle of Uhuru. The free people of Kisiwa, thank you for your... I'm a private detective. I was hired by Tahani to investigate this Lady Lottie. Soon her trail led me to a secret society known as Clan Belsoto. I tracked them from Denise to Amnesia, where Lady Lottie was coordinating a so-called scientific mission to the Anak volcano. Belsoto provoked an unofficial eruption for the purpose of creating diamond TemTem. Oh no, this rings a bell. Oh, are they doing it over there too? Oh, is that a spoiler for Sapanku? Not spoiler, because obviously it's in the game right now, but is that a, like, foreshadowing to Sapanku, where, like, she knows about this whole plan for Diamond Temtem? Oh, maybe, wait, wasn't that researcher who was doing it shunned? Was it from, maybe, Sapanku? That'd be kind of cool if we saw them again. That's when I came across Tesselbolt, a young tamer from Zadar. He helped me foil the Belsoto. Tesselbolt infiltrated the volcano, and, yeah, Dr. Hamajo. Oh, yeah, I bet you that's from Sapanku. Ooh, connections. I'm making them now. Oh, this is exciting. I'm seeing why people are still excited to see the story come out for the next island, because there's some cool connections they've made already. And shut down the Belsoto reparation. Wait a minute, did you say Dr. Hamajo? Please, Dr. Sasaya. Yeah, Sasaya, probably. Sasaya. Apologies. No, I want to listen to them. They seem awesome. Electric and Digita, yeah, like, oh, so cool. Because, yeah, is it supposed to be digital there, too? I thought it was, well, because mental is Arborian, I would presume. Dying for more Tem. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, let's be honest, I'm at the point now where I'm like, I just want more Tem. I want all of the cuteness. My old friend Badru Ture informed me of strange comings and goings here in Kisiwa and a growing number of airships heading this way. So while I was in Arbori to investigate Lady Lottie, Tesselbolts was supposed to liaise with Badru Ture here. I think we all know part of the story. What'd you find out in Arbori? Lady Lottie is related to the ancient nobility of Lockburg, but I found no other clues. It's a dead end. When I tried to get back to Kisiwa to reunite with Tesselbolts, well, thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Tahani. Tesselbolts, what else can you tell you? My airship was attacked by that same Lady Lottie. As revenge for kicking her out of the fort in Denise, we crashed in Tuckman and almost died. Once I reached Quetzal, I was thrown in jail. Sorry about that. Ah, yes. Then Tesselbolts came to my dojo and he joined the resistance. What can you tell us about that, Max? They were misguided. But they're dead now. The general himself killed them when they refused to follow orders. We're all sorry for your loss, Tesla. Anything else we can use? Is Max just seriously dead? Like, that's the crazy cliffhanger. Like, it'd be crazy if they just like, oh, your rival's gone, by the way. They're just dead. I'm like, I don't believe that. There's 2 more islands. This seems too early to do that kind of thing. But I could be wrong on that. I mean, but it feels weird for them just to get rid of Max when Clan Belsoto's still kind of around. Anything else we can use? The general is not the true leader. But I don't know who is. I heard a boss being mentioned. It would be better to know our enemy, but at least we know there's more to Clan Belsoto than we've seen. We must stay alert and seize the initiative before this happens again. I think there's enough information for us to liberate the conquerors, thanks and dismisses. Fellow Master. Masters, we must agree on a course of action and do so fast. The Belsoto have lost a battle, but not the war. War, I'm not sure we should call it that. I dislike it as much as anyone here, Doctor, but I'm afraid that's precisely what it is. Must be careful with words. The Dons of Arbori are wary of supporting archipelago-wide operations at sea as a threat to their independence. What we call it is relevant, fellow masters. Let Kisiwa be a warning to all of us. If we fail to unite and strike against Belsoto, we will be defeated. If you tolerate this, your islands will be next. Come, let's talk in private. This is going to take them a while. We should get a move on. Well then, we need to decide what to do next, Tesselbolts. I'm hoping the boss has some new lead to pursue. Oof, that was a long conversation. Don't blame her. Hello again. Here we are, the 3 of us. Last time it was in Nanga a year ago. Wow, has it been like a year of time? That's kind of cool. Actually, where it's like specifically showing time is passing. So, where do we stand now, boss? Has the Congress come up with a plan? Sort of. We have some sort of preliminary understanding, but not the firm resolution I wanted. Getting the whole Congress to agree on joint action is going to take more time than I thought. Why don't they want to act? Well, according to the Arbory Dons are locked in their conflict and have no part in wanting anything foreign. That's why they didn't come, and neither did stubborn old Ureni. Too set in her ways. Yeah, I was wondering about that, why Captain Coley was there. Then Sophia wants to help, but she's too naive, and Sasia is still undecided. We have too much persuading to do and too little time. Perhaps we can persuade the undecided? I can try to control Sophia, and you could try to convince Sasia. Sophia is already back on her way to Denise. Better luck next time. Who's on our side? Everybody, I hope, because the other side is Clan Belsota, but I know what you mean. Obviously, Musa is very aware of the danger the Belsotas pose, as is Coley, but he's here with a bunch of volunteers. He has another support of the Tukmani Dojo Master. Good thing you made the right call, boss. I'm not paying you to flatter me. Can't just stay put until the archipelagic. Oh my gosh, I'm learning. There's all these words I have never thought about how to say, but I have to say out loud now. Congress has reached a decision. Agreed. We need to take the initiative, go on the offensive before the Belsoto can reorganize and strike again. The problem is, we don't know where. And every time we go somewhere, the Belsoto strikes somewhere else. They're always one step ahead. We need a clue to follow, boss. I mean, well, I've got Lady Lottie's diary, by the way. You've got what? Let me see. Where'd you get this? Found it in the Bonding and Amnesia. Ha! You're learning for the best, eh? I think this particular page of the diary is more useful to you than me. She seems to be describing some sort of TemTem taming technique. Brace. Survival is often the greatest of victories. Only effective if the TemTem's already alerted. It gives evading for 2 turns. Can you find something useful, Carlos? We need a clue that can take us to their leader or some indication of what they're next. I'm on it, boss. I'm going to need some time to see if there's anything worthwhile in here. Listen, I must get back to Amnesia. I have to discuss all this with... Oh, that's right, because, yeah, he didn't come. That's weird. Before I go, there's something you could do. Whatever you need. I need to talk to Sasaya. She's a dojo master, Sapanku, and an eminence. She's basically invented digital TemTem back in the day. In fact, back then, Hamajo was one of their most promising pupils. We've all have some history there. Anyway, long story short, she might know something about him that we don't. While Carlos pursues the Lady Lottie clue, I want you to talk to Sasaya and follow the Hamajo's trail. Okay. But what I'm really curious is, do I get to the point of having an airship? Because I do kind of want that option here. And so I'm trying to kind of rush it now. Is there an airship at the terminal? Can I? Wait. The narwhal still isn't 100%, but we can do short trips. Takma, Ananisa, probably all of these, but not for the total pair. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, so I can go back to these areas. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to make sure, because I'm like, I can wait on the story until next TemTem stream, which is, you know, at this point 2 weeks. But like, I needed to have my airship. Like, without teleporting in MMO, which I know they were talking about that for Sapanku, like having a teleport system, which I love the idea, because like most MMOs have that. It's like something that's pretty common for like a small fee, like some Pansons or something. But I'm like, I really hope we can at least go places. So I was like, please. Oh, but yeah, the fact that I can go places is important. Okay. Oh, wait, did I still go somewhere? Wait, what the? I didn't mean to. What did I do? Oh, did I accidentally hit Tekma? Didn't realize it. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I can use the airship's terminal now, which is what I wanted to have, because yes, I mean, obviously I have to like go to Tekma to get to the other side of Kisiwa, but still, like, having to go through the gauntlet of Kisiwa back and forth for grinding was not smart at all, so. Okay, there is one other mission, I'm just curious what it is, so we'll use that to wrap up as our last little item. Nice little thing. There's a couple missions over here, it looked like. Oh, yeah, down here. Wait, was there one up on top? What the hell? Oh, no, it's just telling me to go in here. That's why. Okay. Oh, it's Ara. Hi. Oh, long time no see. Hello, Tesla Bolts. How are you liking your apprentice, Ara? She's a fast learner and a pleasure to work with. So enthusiastic, so curious. She reminds me so much of myself when I was starting out. I have so much to learn. You're doing great, girl. Give yourself some credit, will you? How are you liking your mentor? Still can't believe it. I'm learning techniques faster than ever. I can't even sleep at night thinking how I can get better. And relax. You need to get proper rest and take care of yourself, too. I know, but it's just so exciting. My work here is done. Hey, I owe you big time. I have some savings. I know they're not much, but no, keep that, girl. You're going to need some safety net. Here, Tesla bolts. Take this. Ooh. I'm getting dye bundles now as things. Oh, I like this. I like this. Because I got to figure out what my standard outfit is at some point. So they're exclusive hues I've been developing for the fashion industry. So don't say you got them here. Now that you're going to be the most fashionable tamer in this side of the Kiliма. Oof. Right? I'm like, I will totally take, I will take dyes. I haven't gotten any dyes yet, I don't think. So, this is huge in my head to just get something like, I mean, what is that in? I don't actually know what you get that in. Oh, it's not oh, it's in the customized menu, isn't it? Haha. Probably in here. Like, because you can go into here and dye it, but okay, so what do I get? So I get kind of a red, a bluish kind of, ooh. Oh, are you heading out? Well, thanks for stopping by. I should be finishing up soon, so you're not gonna miss much really, but oh. Cool, cool, cool. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I don't want that actually. Oh, it's just for the bracelet. Okay, interesting. Oh no, I can change the shirt. Ooh. So many options now for my clothing. Oh, I love it. Okay, I got rid of the outfit by doing that. Because we also have the shorts, which now that I have an option on the colors, I might want to dye them. Like, that's kind of cool. Oof. And you can dye this too. Oof. That is so cool. Whew. Wait, do I have no, I'm like, I don't have any titles. I'm like, I don't think so. What do you know about everyone's a critic? Although I could use more complex palette, but somehow I forgot half my art supplies at the airship berth, so I had to make do with these. Perhaps I can help? Do you know where to get proper pigments? Tell me and we'll see. Okay, so let's make a list. I'm going to need some proper lapis blue, also true purple, and some... See, purple paint is traditionally made with the discarded shells of growing cypat. They are carefully collected where young adult cypat dump them and then crushed into fine powder. I usually buy mine from a supplier in Glumar. What about the other colors? Mineral residue from Quetzal, okay. Oh, yeah. Let's start with purple. I'm gonna need that one first. Shouldn't be too hard to find. For the other two can wait. Focus on that one. So go to Denise. Okay. Ooh. I get money for this. Ooh. There's actually quests that are paying me money to do things. I like it. Cool. Well, on that note, I think we're probably going to finish up here, so we'll just kind of go to this nice little picturesque area. Yeah, let's do that right in the middle of the trees. I like it. With my big Raikan. Oh, let's bring out the water dragon for this one. Yeah, I like it. Okay, but on that note, though, I think we are done for tonight. We have done a ton tonight. We have fought a whole battle of a war. You know, it's been something pretty crazy. So, we have made some good progress. But as always, like to mention, if you want to see how we got to where there was a humongous war battle thing that happened in the middle of an awesome city, trygamers.com. that will definitely get you going. This is our 18th episode stream of TemTem. So it's definitely something that there's a lot of content out there to watch for it. If you want to kind of see other things that have come up. Fair warning, obviously, to some of those that maybe have not caught along the way. I haven't been showing everything on it. I've been doing like a lot of the side quests just on the side without doing it on there unless there's really a reason to do so. So it really isn't kind of anything I've been doing there. So just in case you're looking for like a side quest, how to do it, probably better just to jump on a stream and chat if you have the time. Or you can interact with us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at TryGamers, just like here on Twitch. We're just more likely to answer Twitter and Facebook than than being live per se. There's just more time to do it. So that's kind of a option that you have available. The other thing I will generally mention, just for those that may not have caught it in yesterday's stream or earlier on this stream, is that we are cutting back down to 3 streams. Just during this busy time, it's been a little tough to keep up 4, and it's better to create 3 quality ones than to kind of just create 4 and have it kind of be around and not supported as well. And we also just want to be able to do bonus things for people or have flexibility so we don't have to cancel streams. And right now, the way to do that is to go down to 3. In the future, we might have a better idea, but there's just a few reasons where it just makes sense for us to do 3 at this point. So schedule-wise, what that means is that tomorrow night, Tuesday night, is the last stream as usual with Belmont, but that will be the end of our streaming week. There is not something on Wednesday as you'd usually see, because as you'd see, it'd usually be TemTem or Magic the Gathering. So there won't be that kind of thing. So instead, the next time we will be seen streaming, at least planned, again, there's always a chance for bonus. It's unlikely unless a meteor hits my workplace. But basically on Sunday then, we'll be back with lazy Sunday afternoon programming as usual. There's nothing affected to that kind of multiplayer stream. And the plan would be Minecraft Dungeons, which I'm guessing will probably happen because there is new DLC. And we got to go figure that all out because it looks like it's Nether oriented, and I believe that friend Elvis wants a pet ghast, so we're gonna have to do that and try to make that happen. And then next week, Monday, to kind of give you a sense, just like with lazy Sunday afternoon programming, figure out the best way to kind of handle Monday stream then for me, because I kind of have 2 different things going on at once, and I don't really want to lose either of them, is it will be a bi-weekly thing. So TemTem, obviously at this point, we're getting close to the end of the story. So it's not really making sense to have it going every week because there's not a lot of changes that happen every week. I'm not going to be ready and prepared to do that. Like, obviously, I'm going to want to do other things. So that's an option. I might continue the storyline until it seems like we're hitting a certain point. Honestly, the thing I wanted to check is where the post office is. I will be honest. Before I go too far, I just want to make sure, because if I am going to progress without people, I want to let you know. But where's the postal service happens? It's in the city. It's located on the northwestern side. It has a small envelope icon. Northwest. Oh yeah, it's up there. Okay. So yeah, no, I probably won't progress because I'll probably just be doing postal service stuff. Is probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably actually going to do that today, or maybe tonight even, possibly, depending. Probably not tonight, though. Probably more through the week. But I've heard that's a good way to get money and items and things, so that's probably a good direction to go. Especially because I hear that if you get through your parcels, I've seen people have TemTem eggs where it's all green SVs, and possibly the egg moves, and wish you well coins, and incubator tickets, and all these good stuff that like I just want. So I'm probably very likely to be doing that sort of thing. So just thought I'd mention that as a thing. Obviously again, it's probably not too much different, not too much progression that you're going to miss or anything. So that's why going back to what I was saying, because I'm good at tangents. Next week, instead, what will happen is we will be continuing our modded Stardew Valley Expanded playthrough that usually be on Mondays. That will still happen on Monday next week. That's not changing. It's just it may also be that happens more often than every other week, and TemTem's just kind of here and there. I'm kind of still figuring it out because it's really kind of it's meant to be flexible on purpose. My job can just decide to take over my life some days, just because it's busy. So to kind of keep that flexibility, the plan though is modded Stardew Valley next week, as you saw last week on Monday. But on that note, I think we've reached the end of our stream. So I will bid you all adieu. Take care of yourself, because it's very important during these times. We are hitting a year of pandemic, so this is definitely something to continue. We're on hopefully the final stretch, that last lap of the mile. So make sure that you're kind of taking care of yourself and keeping yourself going. Um, be kind. That's something that is free, and everyone's struggling right now. That's just how it is. So it's something where everyone's gonna need that little bit of kindness and that out of your way if you can. Again, take care of yourself. That's why I mentioned it first. And we'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you all in a bit. Bye bye.